No.
Now goes.
That's Gary Davidson having some fun. Welcome to Memorial Stadium. I'm Chad Grammer. Gary Davidson, you already heard, alongside me here as we are ready for some high school football on Friday night. As Gary Lezak would say, Friday night in the big town. Here in Harrisonville, it is the 1-6 Harrisonville Wildcats, the 1-6 Oak Grove Panthers. Two teams hungry for a win here tonight, Gary. And I think both teams probably coming into this game thinking, hey, we got a shot at a W tonight.
Well, I think they're both hoping for that. And what would be a better thing for the Wildcats to being at home, being senior night, for them to come out with a W.
Absolutely. And, of course, just a beautiful football night here. It's about 45 degrees, misting. I mean, I'm one of those guys, Gary, if it's going to rain, rain. Like, the mist is more annoying than anything else. Either rain or don't rain. The mist, like, I'm not in Seattle, okay? I don't need the little misty rain for the next 5 hours. So, anyway, that's my little rant for this evening.
Is that your only one this evening?
I'm sure I'll have plenty more. You're listening to the pregame show brought to you by our friends at Sherwood Community Bank. Your one stop for youth savings and teen checking accounts. That is Sherwood Community Bank. Visit one of their 4 locations for details. Member FDIC. And Gary, it's been one of those years, and you thought they were getting where they needed to be a little bit early in the season after they had that win against Blue Valley Northwest. The offense looked good, and then even the following week, even giving up the 80-plus points against a Class 5 battle team, they looked good offensively. Then Excelsior happened, and then Isaiah went down, and it was kind of like a lot of the wind went out of their sails with that injury and that game. In the last 2 games, it's been a couple of goose eggs, 49-0 and 48-0, and now's when, we've talked about it all year. Now you got to dig down and find something.
Well, and offensively, I mean, ball's going to be wet tonight. We've had a problem with fumbles, a few interceptions here and there. Ball being wet, what happens? Ball gets to the turf. So for the one thing that I was going to hope to see happen with it not raining tonight was to maybe have a game without any turnovers, or with reducing the amount of turnovers. And it's going to be conducive for turnovers. So we'll just have to wait and see how they play. But hopefully they're going to be able to bring a home win home here on senior night.
Brett Jones up in the booth with us. What kind of good information do you have for us besides that 90 years ago today we played in the 118-2 win over Nevada?
That's good advice, Chad. Is history.
Hey, we got to go over some. You had all kinds of history lessons today. That was 90 years ago. Was, I believe, Harrisonville's first undefeated team.
It was the second undefeated team, but the first 0 untied.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
The 1917 team was 3-0-2, I believe, off the top of my head.
See, I can't believe it. He just does not. He's like the computer of Harrisonville sports. I love it. But anyway, when I talk about Brett Jones, everybody hears me on. If people are listening, don't know who Brett Jones is. If you're listening to a Wildcat game and you don't know who Brett Jones is, well, then you're not a Wildcat fan. But if you hear the name Brett Jones, this is Brett Jones that we're talking to right now, who is Harrisonville historian, also the curator, I guess you could say, of HarrisonvilleFootball.com, or historian, yeah.
And also helped get the Hall of Fame started about 4 years ago.
Absolutely. So we're on our 4th. You said this is the 4th season?
This was the 4th season.
So 4th season. So how many we have? 20 members now?
19, I believe, is what we're sitting at.
19 members in the Hall of Fame. All right. Well, Brett, I appreciate all your information always as we
18, actually. They put me in. I don't know why.
We all kind of wondered that,
exactly.
Right? No, somebody had to put all that stuff together, Brett, and I'll tell you what, it's nice to be able to go on there. There's very few schools, not only in the state of Missouri, but in the nation, that have that at their fingertips that they can go back and check and be like, Columbia Battle, have we ever played them? Maryville. When was the last time we played Maryville? Somebody can jump on HarrisonvilleFootball.com and look and see the last time we played Maryville was in 2003, I believe.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to put together, and it was a lot of work for a long time. Now it's easy because it's there and you just add to it, but, good times, and I enjoy doing it.
Well, and Brett's been my color commentator before as well, until we start getting in arguments about KU, and he's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I would get into a conversation with Brett right now about the ongoing investigation and court case, but I'm going to be the first to say I'm not a KU fan, and I still think it's all kind of garbage that's going on because it happens everywhere. It's not just KU.
Oh, yeah. When money's involved, people will try to bend
every rule they possibly can.
That's true.
Well, if you're just joining us, it is senior night. They're talking about the seniors. We're just sitting here. Brett's chatting with me. Gary's going to go back with it. And we're just having some fun here on senior night and talking about some football. It's one of those things. We're having fun tonight. There's no need to sit here and just dissect each and every week. I mean, we've been talking. It's kind of like the beating the drums over and over, or the old adage, beating the dead horse. It's kind of one of those things. Talked to Coach McInnes before the game, and one of the things he said, he goes, we just told the kids, this isn't a situation Harrisonville's been in before. He goes, we told them to just go out and have fun, and he goes, sometimes that's all you need. You get in a situation, the losses start piling up, the mentality is like, oh man, here we go again. And if you go back out there and just remember what it was like to play football in your backyard with your buddies, go out and have fun tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really on the line tonight. I mean, other than just going to go out and enjoy it. I mean, you've got young men out there, 15 to 18 years old. I'm sure they put a lot of pressure on themselves throughout the year. And I think it starts, instead of putting pressure on yourself, to just enjoy yourself, go out and have a good time. That's what sports are all about. I mean, sometimes we make it a lot more than it actually is, but truly it is just about having fun.
Having fun, and then the life lessons come into it with the losses. You got to figure out how you're going to bounce back, and figure that out. And I'm really impressed that, as my good friend Frankie Jackson would always call him, Uncle Jerry back here, he can count. Hi, he's in the 30s already.
I wondered
I told you we were going to have fun tonight, folks.
But he's having to write the numbers down. That concerns me. I mean, when you got to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down, I don't know. But
there's a reason if you want to know.
Nobody heard that. He said there's a reason why he's writing them down, and I'm sure there is.
And I'm going to get that reason because we're getting ready to go to a break. You're listening to the pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Sherwood Community Bank. For you savings and teen checking accounts, Sherwood Community Bank, Harrisonville's only locally owned and managed bank. Member FDIC. We'll be right back after this.
Decisions on the football field must be made in a split second. When buying a home, it is quite the opposite. Let Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage walk you through the process with ease. They will make sure buying your dream home doesn't become a nightmare. From the first showing until the keys are in your hand, go with the realtors that have called Harrisonville home since 1981. American Heritage Realtors, office located next to Sonic on Commercial, or go see them at americanheritage-realtors.com.
No matter how many things you've had on the menu at Applebee's, everyone has their favorite. Whether it's an appetizer sampler, chicken fajita roll-up, or 3-cheese chicken penne with a side of buffalo sauce, you always go back to your favorite. At some point over the years, every Wildcat has had a meal at Applebee's. The next time you head to Applebee's in your Wildcat gear, mention the Wildcat Special and receive a 10% discount. Applebee's of Harrisonville on Rockhaven Road, catty corner to Quick Trip. Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Service has been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat. With this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud sponsors of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
The Harrisonville Square is quickly becoming a shopping destination, and a big reason why is Birdie's Boutique and Antiques at the corner of Lexington and Pearl Street. Birdie's offers a unique combination of fashionable clothing, furniture, accessories, home decor, and gifts. For the ladies in your life, it's the place to take them. With a little bit of everything, they are sure to make you leave with something new. So the next time you want to go shopping, head up to Historic Square and check out Harrisonville's newest hot spot for fashion, Birdie's Boutique and Antiques. It's happened to all of us, running a few minutes late and not enough time to drive somewhere to get out and go in to get a coffee, tea, latte, or delicious muffin or cinnamon roll. Good news, Brew Daddy's Coffee is now open and boasts Harrisonville's only drive-through coffee shop. Quick, convenient, and delicious is exactly what Brew Daddy's is for you. Opening at 6 a.m. and staying open all afternoon on Fridays to give you that caffeine boost before the game. Brew Daddy's Coffee right next to Commerce Bank on Commercial.
At the corner of 291 and 71 highways, or shop 24/7 at maxford.com. See dealer for details.
Teammates on a football field are a must. That's why Cameron Chenoweth of American Family and Lacey Dominick of Shelter Insurance are teaming up to give you options in the insurance market. They know you have choices, and they want to work together like the Wildcat football team to make sure you have the best insurance coverage out there. To see what their team can do for you, call Cameron Chenoweth at 816-380-3996 and Lacey Dominick at 816-380-2700.
When you climb in your vehicle with your kids and head to the Wildcat game, you want to be safe. Make sure your tires are safe by visiting William and Michelle's at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You might not need them today. William can give you a peace of mind by letting you know when you will. If tires are needed, they will get you the best tire on the market and Harrisonville's best tire warranty with free flat repair for life of the tire. So stay safe with new tires from Young's Tire and Wheel Center.
To be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. Add new tires and being a rough country lifts and accessory dealer, Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. It's happened to all of us. Our printer out of ink and need an important document printed. In Harrisonville, that can spell disaster. Not any longer, though. Kaleidoscope Digital Services has you covered with inexpensive printing services. No more trips to the city just to get a copy made. And that's not all. Computer on the fritz, they'll take a look. Wi-Fi needed for workspace, and even starting a local gaming community plus new board games to try. Head up to the historic Harrisonville Square and check out Kaleidoscope Digital Services on the corner of Wall and Independence Street. It's 6 p.m. and your family is discussing what to eat for dinner. We've all been there. Everyone wants something different. So make it simple. Go to Forged by Fire in Harrisonville for a little bit of everything. Salads for mom, and a wide variety of them at that. The steak for dad, a boss burger for your growing boy, and chicken strips for the little one. The next time you need a variety of food with extra options to satisfy everyone in the family, make the one stop to Forged by Fire in the Price Chopper Shopping Center on Commercial.
When you want all the latest news about the Wildcats, turn to the South Cass Tribune. A large sports section, honor rolls, robotics, and even news and notes from all 6 Harrisonville campuses. They are sure to have you covered. They are happy to say the Wildcats are their hometown team. Find the Tribune around town at various establishments or get a subscription delivered right to your mailbox. Keep up with everything each week in the South Cass Tribune, Harrisonville's home news source.
You have choices when it comes to apparel and promotional gear for your business. Don't sacrifice quality for choice. Travis Thurston with T Screen Printing and Embroidery has all you could ask for. Local ability to screen print, embroider, and make vinyl decals, not to mention 50,000 promotional products at your fingertips with tscreenprinting.com. The next time your business or event needs apparel or a giveaway, stay local and turn to T Screen Printing and Embroidery, the pros who 4Ts trust to outfit them on Friday nights.
It's never too early to teach your little ones about finances and saving money. Sherwood Community Bank has plenty of options available for you to help kids save and learn how to manage money. Savings accounts can be started as soon as one is born to help teach them to save. Once they are behind the wheel, a checking account with free internet banking and a debit card could be there for them to manage their money. Sherwood Community Bank is there for the youngsters. Just ask Braxton.
Go see them at Sherwood's Bank. That's where my account is.
Everybody has that one friend's house they love to go to with cool decorations and a relaxed environment. The Garage Burgers in Harrisonville is like your friend's house, an amazingly fun place with names of all of its visitors adorning the walls with old racing gear throughout. Make it your place to go next time you want a fun and terrific dinner. With 20-plus burgers, amazing appetizers, and ice-cold drinks, the Garage is your stop for fun and excitement. Now open late on Fridays. The Garage Burgers on Commercial across from Young's Tire.
Auto Sales is that guy. Selling cars in Harrisonville for 35 years gains you that trust. Used car dealers can come and go, but not Steve. Holland Auto Sales, with 3 generations of Hollands graduating from Harrisonville, means he will be here for years to come. So go see the guy who the Grammer family trusts to buy from, Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales on Commercial Street, just past Burger King. Salon 114 on the historic Harrisonville Square is happy to sponsor this year's Spirit Spotlight, which highlights a different Wildcat cheerleader who has excelled on the team each week. While the stylists at Salon 114 are extremely busy, they are excited to announce the addition of a full-spectrum infrared sauna. This new addition is available to anyone and comes with an array of health benefits. Sessions are available with flexible times and by the minute. That makes now the time to call at 816-651-3722.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri. We're on the campus of Harrisonville Middle School Memorial Stadium, and it is football Friday night. Your 1-6 Harrisonville Wildcats set to take on the 1-6 Oak Grove Panthers. Both teams looking for a much-needed win here tonight. It's pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. And Gary, we just talked about it. Yes, it is a must win, but this would be a long way towards the end of the season for both these squads to get a victory here this late in the year.
Yeah, it provides an opportunity. I mean, both teams would by records you would think would be evenly matched, and so therefore both are going in about the same direction at this point in time. So it gives the opportunity for either team to win. And like I said earlier, senior night, last home game would be a great way to start the next year's season.
And, these are two very proud programs football-wise. Oak Grove just won a state title in 2014. Wildcats won one in 2016. Obviously, the Wildcats have their 5 state titles, but both teams have won state relatively recently, in the last 4 years. So,
yeah, but it goes to show just how quickly things change in programs. Nothing other than just maybe you've got more kids going out for soccer, or other things that maybe interest and stuff to the young men that play the game. So,
I want to give a shout out to our official outfitter for 4T's, T's Custom Screen Printing and Embroidery. They've decked us out tonight. First time we've all got to use our fancy new pullovers we've got, the blue pullovers. T's did a great job on those, and I appreciate them more than you know, especially tonight in the cool, damp October air. October is one of those weird weather months too, Gary. It can be 90 one day and it can be 25 the next day.
We just about saw that this week.
Right. So we're about 6-7 minutes away from your opening. Let's talk about a couple of keys to the game. We talked about it. I hit on it a little bit ago with Coach McInnes. Is, hey, have fun. Go back to the basics. Act like you're playing ball in the backyard with your buddies. Remember what it was like to just go out and have fun and play football and quit thinking.
Yeah, a lot of times you can overthink any situation, especially a game, a position, or whatever. And in this particular case, it's just better off to just go out. I mean, they have been through the drills. They've been through the practices. They probably can do it in their sleep as far as the position they play and the game that they play. But sometimes they just overthink it, and hopefully maybe they'll just, like you said, go out and have fun.
And, the only other key I've got tonight is let's try to start fast. They have not been able to get off to fast starts, and when the other team scores, the ball rolls downhill, and bad becomes ugly.
Yeah, and there have been those times where it looked like we were going to start off. The last couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago, I remember saying, whether if we win the toss, I would go ahead and accept, take the ball, because I would like to see us go down and score a touchdown. Last week they lost the toss, the other team deferred, and so therefore we had the ball. It looked like, again, we were going to maybe do something, and we stalled out. So we need, instead of stalling, we need to continue that down the hill and hopefully get a touchdown the first series. And that can make a lot of difference, a huge bit of difference in the way this game goes tonight.
You know, I liked their demeanor tonight out on the sidelines warming up. When they were warming up out on the field, they were fired up a little bit. They had a little bit of energy. It wasn't just this quiet ho-hum, go about things. It was like they're here to do a job tonight. So I'll be interested to see how that tailors over into the game.
Yeah, and maybe it goes to show, maybe they're a little bit looser. They do look a little bit looser than being tight tonight. And so hopefully they'll use that looseness but excitement to start off big. As we see
Frankie Jackson up in the house, head coach of the Butler Fighting Bears. I bet he is ready for about, what, we got 3 weeks? 3 weeks? 3 weeks for tip-off. Frankie Jackson, I will tell you what, I've known this kid since he was in high school playing basketball. I've watched him grow up, literally watched him grow up in front of my eyes, from a basketball player to now a coach, now a head coach. Great dude, one of my guys, and really proud of you, and I can't wait to call your game. Hey, how many days we got?
Don't put me on the air. I don't know, I lost track.
We have an exciting game coming up this year, and I already talked to Coach Mercer about this. We were over for his dad's 74th birthday party a week or so ago. I said, I'm going to get you on record right now. I said, win, lose, or draw, you and Frankie Jackson will be on the postgame show that game when Harrisonville and Butler play. So he goes, I will. Hesitantly as Coach Mercer can, he says, I will.
kind of like the coach and the student being there on the, you know.
And I like to see that, you know. I think if there was somebody that would tell you two guys that really shaped him as a coach, one would be Coach Mercer and the other one would be looking down on us right now, and Coach Elliott. And he learned a lot from both of those guys, and now he's getting his shot, and we're excited for him. So,
I'll talk to y'all.
Hey, you come up at half, and I'll let you talk. Coach Jackson here, I have to give him a hard time. One of my favorite people in the world, Coach Jackson, and I'm glad he got himself a job and ready to rock and roll.
There's another prior student athlete down at Butler, Jamison Knox. I don't think he is. I think he's assisting maybe in some of the different.
Right now, I know this summer he worked with us a lot at the shootouts. He was doing his coaching intern hours, watching the shootouts and stuff. I know he's helping Coach Jackson. He's also helping with football and helping Coach Hill, who was the basketball coach, who is still the head baseball coach down there. So he's doing all three sports, getting all of his work in. So glad to see that.
Wishing him all the best of luck as he works his way up in the coaching platforms.
So anyway, I told you we're going to have fun, and we're not going to be all negative and talk about anything bad tonight. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play some football. We're going to take a timeout, and we're going to be back with your opening kickoff and your coin toss after this. You've been listening to the pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank.
There are a million places to buy a used car, so why not go somewhere you know lives by the Show Me State motto? The staff at Show Me wants to show you that Show Me spirit. Excellent service, affordable prices, and even loaners while you get your car serviced. With 2 locations to serve you in Harrisonville and Belton, they will put you in your dream car, truck, or SUV, and if they don't have it, they'll find it for you. So drive on over to Show Me Auto Mall and drive away with your next car.
A strong starting lineup is a key to a great team. Insurance is no different, and Stafford & Stafford Insurance has the best lineup in town. With personal, commercial, health, life, farm, and crop insurance, they have you covered. 40-plus employees are there for you to find the best rates, walk you through claims, and make sure they are there for every step of the way. So if you're looking for a full-service insurance company with a strong starting lineup, go see the folks over at Stafford & Stafford Insurance on Commercial Street, across from Holland Auto Sales.
Welcome back to Harrisonville and Memorial Stadium. Chad Grammer, Gary Davidson, ready to bring you live football action on 4Ts.com. You've been listening to the pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Coin toss is out on the field right now. Harrisonville going to be playing in their home blues tonight. Blue tops, blue bottoms with the black-white trim down the leg, white numbers, white letters, the blue helmet with the Wildcat on it. Oak Grove going to be in their away white tops with black numbers, orange outline, black helmet, and black pants. The Cats are going to receive.
Oak Grove won the toss, deferred, and so the Cats will be receiving. So what we both have been talking about earlier was Cats start fast. Now's no better time to start to take the opening kickoff. How about let's just get a winner tonight on the kickoff and just go past all that other stuff.
Speaking of, we will talk about that kickoff return contestant here in just a minute. Again, I want to thank you for joining us for the pregame show. That coin toss was brought to you by our good friends at Sherwood Community Bank. Take your extra coins to Sherwood and start a savings account today. Kickoff coming up here in a couple of moments. Cat's going to go from left to right. Right to left will be the Oak Grove Panthers, or as Gary likes to say, the Cats will go from north to south, and Oak Grove will go from south to north. So we just want to make sure we got everybody covered.
You were concerning me when I heard this. I just was afraid of that.
Tonight's Sonic kick return contestant is Rhonda Owen, and if the Wildcats return a punt or a kickoff in this contest, Rhonda will win $80 from our friends at Sonic of Harrisonville, and she'll get a $10 Sonic gift card just for playing. So we're going to have 12 minutes on the clock. We're ready for some high school football action. Cats and the Oak Grove Panthers. And here comes your opening kickoff, brought to you by Harrisonville's only drive-through coffee shop, Brew Daddy's, next to Commerce Bank on Commercial.
Both Tarwater and Knowles are back deep, and both of them have had some good returns. So, what better time?
So Knowles and Tarwater set to receive. High end over end kick going to be taken by Tarwater at the 10 to the 20. Right up the middle he goes to the 30, 35, 40, 45. Oh, tripped up at about the 47-yard line. And the Cats going to be in great field position. Tackle by Brody Armstrong. So here come the Cats and company.
I thought I was going to be a premonition right there that I was going to.
I thought so too. He had one guy to beat. Got tripped up back there.
Landon George takes his squad to the line, looks around, he's set. Here they go.
Cats come to the line of scrimmage. Going to go in the I formation. And they will have Pesic in front of Wilson. They're going to throw it out in the flats for Knowles, and Knowles catches the pass and gets about 5 and adds a couple to it after getting contacted by Nate Foster out there on the far side. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 2. Jerry and I were talking about it before the game, said we'd probably see an I formation and put Pesic, the freshman, out there. He's one of those kids that wants contact first and then try to get the yardage later, so who better to have at a fullback than him? And he's got the senior behind him in Wilson. 2 wide receivers set left side. Under center is George. And here we go on 2nd and 3. They're going to hand off for Wilson, and he's got a 1st down and then some to the 35, and carrying tacklers down to the 33-yard line. Finally wrapped up and taken down. 87 Cameron Keith on the tackle.
Not before the chains move, and not before that will be good enough for a Harrisonville Wildcat.
Cats all the way down to the Oak Grove 33-yard line. And that was a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center 1st down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Wide receiver left, wide receiver to the right. I formation in the backfield under center is George. Here we go on 1st and 10. Another handoff for Wilson, and he busts through there and then hit by a host of Panthers at about the 30-yard line. We'll see where they want to mark him. Mark him to the 31, so a 2-yard gain. Bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Cats with 10:35 to go here in the first quarter. And getting yardage starting off, Gary, and that's what you like to see. And I loved that play on 1st down, really opened up the middle for the run.
That it did. And they're running more crossbuck. They're not really running a lead right now with Pesic, but Pesic reminds me of his older brother. His older brother was not shy about hitting, and he's just the same way. Now they've
new formation with four receivers out to the left side. They're going to run out to the left side with Reynolds, and he's going to get to the outside of the 30, to the 20, and chase down from behind inside the 15. Nate Foster, another tackle, and it's going to bring up another 1st down for the Wildcats down to the 15 of the Oak Grove Panthers. Cats switching guys in, switching guys out. Number 81 into the game, and I have not got an 81 on our roster, so we will have to take care of that. That is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center 1st down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. I formation this time. Pesic and Reynolds in the backfield. Get used to those two names because they're freshmen folks and they're playing varsity. And up the middle, they're going to go with Reynolds, and Reynolds is going to get it to about the 10 before he's pushed back by a wall of Oak Grove Panthers, including Evan Hall. Bring up a 2nd down and 6 with 9:30 to go here in the first and no score. It's a good opening drive by the Cats, and I like seeing this. They're rotating the running backs in and out. Reynolds comes out as Wilson comes back in. Also bringing the play in, Kennedy Atkinson.
Cats break to the line to go.
This might be a penalty. Yep.
And there is the penalty as I believe it's going to be a 5-yard variety. That'll take him back to the 17-yard, almost 17-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 11. So.
Illegal substitution. For those that are watching, maybe not know, there was 12 men in a huddle. You can't have 12 men in a huddle, and we had run off, obviously, and so gives you 5 yards back.
And at first I was like, I don't know if they're going to or not, and then he waited until he got across that line of scrimmage, and then he tossed it out. I formation, 2 wide receivers set to the right side. Under center is George. Here we go on 2nd and 11, and nowhere to go. Oak Grove meets him on the edge. Brings up a 3rd down for the Cats, a 3rd and about 13 here. So Atkinson going to check out now. And this has kind of been par for the course for the Cats. Get a good drive going, and then they just shoot themselves in the foot, and it just seems to taper backwards.
You know, they were at 2nd and what? 6 or 7 or whatever, then a 5-yard penalty, and then a 2-yard loss. Now we're there at 3rd and 13.
And here we go on the pass, and nowhere to go, and somehow George gets out of it. He scrambles, fires deep, and overthrows his target. And there's that situation we talk about with Landon George. Turn up field and run with the football. You had 5-10 yards, and he showed his athletic ability getting out of that sack, Gary. He's got to trust his athletic instincts there.
Yeah, and that is going to come, when I say maturity, I'm not talking maturity as far as age. That's going to come with maturity and experience on the field. And he's going to his eyes are going to be a lot wider. Things are going to be a lot slower for next year for him to play.
Try a 36-yard field goal from Johnson here. High snap, kick is up, kick is no good. And it will remain 0-0 with 7:56 to go here in the first quarter. And Oak Grove going to take over from their own 20-yard line. Believe that's how it rolls at the high school level. Yes, they put it at the 20. Kind of similar. And, you know, they were in no man's land. Why not try a field goal there? You're not going to punt in that situation. You didn't feel comfortable you're going to get 14 yards on a wet field. You don't want to turn it over in the ball game. So here comes Oak Grove out there. Shotgun formation, going to go in motion from right to left. They're going to go with that sweep around the end. And you can tell they got the film on Harrisonville, and down the sideline and out of bounds goes Nate Foster.
But you got a hold back in the back, so it's going to come back.
But guess what we just saw on the first play, and what has been the play that has burnt Harrisonville more than any other this year, and it's that jet sweep around the end, and there they were going down the sideline for 25 yards. Yes, they got a little bit of help with a hold, but nevertheless, Cats have got to be ready for that coming out in every game. People are going to try to spread you out and get the corner like that. 1st and 10 will now become 1st and about 22 here. Going to push them inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line, 9-yard line. They'll move it.
That was a spot foul.
So a 1st and 21 coming up for the Panthers.
Quarterback for the Panthers, listed as a freshman on our roster. Action to be here on the near side.
Brendan Marsh, I believe, the quarterback back there. Going to go in motion again from left to right. They're going to go right up the middle with it. And a couple of those yardage back for Oak Grove.
Up to the middle, takes it to about the 18-yard line. We'll see where they spot it down by host of Wildcats. The lead tackler,
14-yard line.
Jacob Poisel, the junior. junior linebacker. The ball carrier was number 45, the senior Moses Sanderson.
14-yard line.
14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-yard line. 14-
So bring up a 2nd down and 16 for Oak Grove up to the 14-yard line. 7:15 and counting here in the first quarter.
Hunter Jones takes the squad of the line out of the pistol, and here we go.
It's going to be, they say Jones at quarterback.
Whistles are blown, arms are waved. Timeout call by the Panthers. They want to talk.
We got a timeout on the field by Oak Grove. We'll take a timeout as well. Does your vehicle need a timeout? Go see our friends at Young's Auto Repair today.
You need multiple things for a project at home but don't want to go all over the city to find it? You need to go see Tom and Lonnie Cook at the 38,000 square foot Trade Fair Mall. Over 200 booths with Amish-made jelly, new and used furniture, antiques, toys, and a little bit of everything you can think of. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall can be your one-stop for everything. Whether it's your first time to Harrisonville or you've been here for years, the Trade Fair is definitely a see-it-to-believe-it type of place right across the street from Sutherland's.
Welcome back to Harrisonville. 7:09 to go. Quarter number 1, no score. A 2nd down and about 16 coming up for the Panthers from their own 14-yard line. Hunter Jones in there at quarterback for the Panthers. As we are set for action again here. So they're going to go shotgun formation. They're going to go in motion again from right to left. They're going to fake the handoff, roll out by Jones. Popped up in the air, no good on the pass as it goes incomplete. Intended for 24, Joey Lewis. Popped up in the air. Cats got to be set for a ball like that. Couple of guys around it try to grab that. So 3rd down coming up for Oak Grove from their own 14-yard line. So here comes the 3rd down and long for Oak Grove. Shotgun formation for Jones. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Back off the end from left to right. They go in motion with Lewis. And rolling out the pass is Jones. He's going to throw it again out for Lewis. Incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down, and Oak Grove going to have to punt from about their own 14-yard line.
So 4th down for the Panthers and their offensive unit. Punt formation will be shown.
Sonic kick return contestant tonight is Rhonda Owen. $80 Sonic gift card if the Cats can return a punt or kickoff for a touchdown here in the ball game from our friends at Sonic of Harrisonville. She'll get a $10 Sonic gift card just for playing tonight.
Back deep to receive, number 2,
standing at their own goal line, and a low line drive kick picked up by the Cats, and that is Colby Knowles to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, and this one will be coming a little bit back after, looks like a hold there about the 25-yard line. You have holes in your insurance coverage like there was on that kick return? Go see our friends at Farmers Insurance, Brad Sainer Agency in Harrisonville in the A-frame across from Casey's on Commercial. They've been there, covered that. We have an injured Oak Grove Panther on the ground right now. We will take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this.
What is your time worth? Think about it the next time you head to the city to spend hours and days shopping for home appliances and to save a few dollars. Instead, drive across town and see Erlene and her staff that's right here for your convenience. You can be in or out in a short amount of time with amazing service, a great product, and they always treat you like family. Located behind Hawthorne Bank on Plaza Drive, so spend all your extra time you saved cheering on the Wildcats, and remember, think Trobies first when you think of home appliances.
All right, back to action here. Player up and off the field, and it's 1st and 10 for the Cats from the 35 of Oak Grove. Here's George under center. I formation. They're going to hand off for Reynolds. Reynolds gets back to this line of scrimmage, and that is it. He is wrapped up and taken down quickly. Moses Sanderson brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Cats from the 35-yard line. So 6:32 to go here, first quarter. No score between Oak Grove and Harrisonville. An I formation, wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Pesic in front of Reynolds. Under center, George on 2nd and 10. And here they go. They're going to hand off for Reynolds, and Reynolds squirts through the line, going to get about 4, and then wrapped up and taken down. Brendan Marsh on the tackle. Not a very good spot on that one. Looked like he was all the way almost to the 30. They're going to give him 3 on that one. Brings up 3rd and 7.
All between the seams of the Wildcats.
Well, I like at least we're playing on their side of the field. If we can continue to keep the ball down here, we're in much better shape.
And don't make a mistake here, and you can go for it on 4th and short if you don't get the 7 yards you need. Here we go on 3rd and 7. And looking to pass is George. He rolls out of the pocket, and he stays on his feet. Now chucks it deep and overthrows everybody again.
Pass overthrown, intended receiver.
Just does not trust himself running with the football there as he pulls up to throw when he could have got some of that on the sideline on the far side. Brings up 4th and 7 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and Atkinson was open. I don't dislike the choice of him throwing because Atkinson had 5 yards on the defender. But, you know, you think about down and distance. And the down and distance in this particular case is going to be a lot better because he had a first down by running. And so that, again, is going to come, I think, in my opinion, with maturity as far as on the field. So, and I think they're going to have another substitution violation there because the white hat didn't see it, but the guy in the D-back saw it. So, yeah.
Too many men in the huddle.
And they push it back to the 37-yard line, brings up a 4th down and 12 now for the Wildcats. That was Pesic that was coming off of there late.
I couldn't think of it.
So it'll be a 3 wide receiver set to your left, 1 to your right. Lone back in the backfield is Reynolds on 4th and long. And Reynolds going to go in motion. And they look to throw a little wheel route to Reynolds. He's got it at the 30, inside the 30 to the 25.
He's going to get it.
Looks like terrible spot. Absolutely horrible spot by the official on the near sideline. Reynolds was at about the 23-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 25, and I don't believe they're going to mark him at the 24 even. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Play came up short, just short for the Wildcats. So the Panthers.
Look, I thought he had it by a good yard. I wish I had that pulled up here. So I about threw Jerry's monitor on the ground. 1st and 10 for Oak Grove. Going to bring up for the Panthers. They're going to have 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation in the backfield here for Oak Grove on 1st and 10. And they're going to throw it out. Jones in the flats has his man, 5 yards plus some, and then chased out of downs on the far sideline. About a 7-yard gain for the Panthers.
Bring up second down for the Panthers. Pass caught by the junior Nate Foster, number 7.
Pushed out of bounds on the far sideline by Jaden Wilson. Brings up a 2nd down and 2, they're going to call it. Jones over by the sideline looking for a play from his coach. Going to get it. Going to stay with that 2 wide receiver left, 2 to the right. Sanderson with him in the backfield on 2nd down and 2. Cat's going to show blitz, and they go after Jones. He's going to complete the pass out to the near side for Marsh, and Marsh going to get a first down close to midfield up to the 48-yard line for the Panthers. So Hunter Jones is the quarterback. Brendan Marsh has played quarterback quite a bit for Oak Grove as well this season, and he's out there as a receiver now. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. 5:10 to go here in the opening quarter. Still no score from Harrisonville. Wide receiver 2 to your left this time. 1 to the right, back off the end. They're going to go in motion from left to right, and they're going to hand it off on that jet sweep, try to get to the outside. There's going to be another hold call, and it's going to go to the far side. Foster, he's going to have about a 10-yard gain, but flagged back at the 30 or 42-yard line, and a hold on Oak Grove. Going to come backwards. You know, that's a spot foul. That's going to be a bad one because that's going to be about a 15-yard variety after the first down. That was all the way back at the 30 or the 42 where they mark it. So we'll see how far back they go. And they're going to mark it off, and this will go all the way back to the 32. So it went from second and short to first and about Archie. So first and long, first and about 25 for Oak Grove, back to their own 32. So Oak Grove suffering from kind of the same lapses the Cats are with mistakes on the penalties. Two wide receivers left to the right, shotgun formation. Now they're going to right to left, and they're going to go for Sanderson, who dropped the ball but was able to pick it up and then be taken down by a host of Wildcats on the far side.
They'll be wrapped up on the far side. About a 2-yard loss. We'll see the market. Nonetheless, it'll be second down and long. It was wrapped up by number 48, the lead tackler, Hagen Stevenson, the sophomore linebacker for the Wildcats.
Tell you, the Stripes are having rough go of it tonight with spotting the ball. That one looked like it was back at about the 30, and they're giving it at the 32-yard line. 4:15 to go here in the first quarter of this one.
Jones out of the pistol.
In motion, they're going to go right to left with Foster. They're not going to throw it, and now rolling out is Jones, and he high up in the air, and Marsh able to come down with it at about the 45-yard line. Good good catch, I should say, by Marsh up at a 44. Went up and climbed the ladder to get it. Bring up a third down and 13 for the Panthers. Close to Wildcat territory from their own 44-yard line. So 3:40 to go here, first quarter, no score. Oak Grove with the football, their second drive of the ball game, and they're at their own 44-yard line. Jones with Sanderson in the backfield. Shotgun formation, two to each side for Oak Grove on the wide receivers. They're going to fake the handoff and roll out. Cats chasing Jones and take him down in the backfield, deep in the backfield. Hagen Stevenson with the sack, and that brings up fourth down and forever for Oak Grove, and they're going to have to punt it away. Rhonda Owen, our Sonic kick return contestant tonight. Cats return a kick for a touchdown. She will win an $80 Sonic gift card. She gets a $10 Sonic gift card from our friends from Sonic at Harrisonville just for playing. This is going to be rolled backwards to about the 22-yard line. Tarwater going to pick it up back there at the 22. Now he's got a lane out to the outside of the 40. Gets a block down the sideline. He goes one man to beat to the 20. And there's a couple of different flags on the field. Poor Rhonda Owen had a kick return for a touchdown, but the flags are going to bring it back.
78 yards for the 6, but 2 penalty flags thrown. Wildcat side of the field.
So we got 2 different ones. Usually those are blocks in the back or crack block or, blindside blocks. We'll see what they call here.
With the 70 plus for the 6, and there's your penalty. Blindside block against the Cats.
And that the blindside block, as a football guy,
that's just a
a football play. And I know they're trying to make things safer, but between the penalties I've seen this year at the NFL level, I've seen some. I mean, there's been a couple of them that have been roughing the passer, but I've seen a couple that I've been like, what's the guy supposed to do? Like, hold him up and say go down? I mean, it's just getting kind of crazy. And like I said, that's a football move to me, but with the safety and the concussions, I get what they're doing. If a kid's not called out, we called it a crack block back in my day, and we went and ripped whoever didn't call it out on us if we were the one that was the recipient of that crack block.
Yeah, it was an exciting play for us. But
so here we go, shotgun formation this time for the Cats. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right, and here they go on the pass. Over the top and through the hands of Tarwater. Going to bring up a second down and 10 for the Cats. So 2:19 to go here, first quarter, no score, and neither team I feel like's really wanting to grab hold of this ball game, as both squads have kind of given the other one opportunities in this one.
Well, I thought we had one there. Now, obviously, I didn't see the crack block or blindside block, but looked like we were excited about getting something started there, and I think that happened another time or two in a game past, and we ultimately took one back. So maybe the It's right for the picking.
Foreshadowing for the rest of the night. 3 wide receiver set, shotgun formation. George looking to throw. He's going to chuck this one high and deep and over the head of Knowles, and it brings up 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats with 2:13 to go in the first half of this one. Jace Reynolds comes out. If we're going to what I would like to see here, Gary, on a 3rd down and 3rd and 10, if you go shotgun again here, they brought Reynolds into the game. Delay draw up the middle with Reynolds here. Let him spread it out and then kind of hold it for that one Mississippi. Act as though you want to throw it, get the defense engaged, and then hand that ball off. And instead they're going to flip it to Reynolds, and he gets to the outside but goes nowhere. Going to actually lose a yard or two and bring up 4th down.
Jace Reynolds, the freshman, number 25. Short loss on the stop is number 50, Xander Brennan.
So 4th down, and the Cats going to have to punt. Kennedy Atkinson coming in to punt it away for the Wildcats. 1:50 to go first quarter, no score. 4th and 11 coming up.
Kennedy Atkinson, the sophomore, back to punt.
So Atkinson stands back there to punt it away. And Atkinson is going to have to run with it. And he gets to the outside, and now he's going to boot it away, and he boots it into about the 3rd row and out of bounds. I'm not sure how far that was going to go. They're going to mark it at the 30-yard line, it looks like, 31-yard line. So now the field position battle being won by Oak Grove here. 1:24 to go first quarter.
The punt goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
So good job by Atkinson to actually just get it away after that. And, I mean, Kennedy may have been able to get close to first down there. He had some running room down the side. I didn't see how that was breaking up as I was more watching him, but it looked like he had a little bit of open field to the near side. Here comes Oak Grove back out on the field. Shotgun formation. And they're going to go on a misdirection right up the middle to Marsh. And he's going to have about 5 and bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Panthers with the ball at the 27-yard line.
2nd down and 6 action coming up. It's the official side of the ball. Is the 27-yard line here on the near side.
So now Jones in the backfield has the Brendan Marsh with him in the backfield.
From the near side, the play comes in for number 11, the freshman.
So Jones and Marsh in the backfield. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers left side, 2 to the far side, right side. And they're going to go in motion with Foster. And they're going to get it around the end on that jet sweep. And Foster cuts back and gets hammered at about the 17-yard line. But it's going to be enough for an Oak Grove first down. And Oak Grove going to be in the red zone of the Wildcats down to the 17 of the Cats checking guys in and out here. Like Joey LeJour coming into the game. Checking out is Hagan Stevenson. So 1st and 10 coming out. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Sorry, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Jones this time, and they're going to go in motion. And they're going to go jet sweep near side and a whistle. It's like they're going to be a false start. 5-yard penalty on Oak Grove. So that'll push them back 5 yards. So that'll push them back to about the 23-yard line where it'll be 1st and 15 with 21.8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. I think 81 is Ethan Murray at tight end. That's who we believe that is.
Well, thanks to Coach Pesic for texting us with that.
2 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Up the middle they're going to go here and into the secondary, into the 10, inside the 10 to the 5, close to the touchdown for Moses Sanderson. It'll bring up 1st and goal as we get to second quarter action. We'll take a timeout. 1 quarter in the books, no score from Harrisonville.
When it comes to fast service at a reasonable price, Young's Auto is your place. Whether it's a standard oil change, brake check, or something a little more major, Michelle and William with Young's Auto Repair will make sure you get back on the road quickly with a little change left in your pockets. So if you don't want to break the bank when your vehicle needs service, come to the shop that keeps you rolling down the highway. Young's Auto, right across the street from Young's Tire on South Commercial.
All right, no score after one quarter here, but Oak Grove is in business, looking to be the first one to capitalize on the mistake, which would have been the muffed punt by the Cats, or I should say muffed snap of the punt. Yeah, Atkinson had to try to get to the outside and kick it away, and kicked it out of bounds and gave him a short field, just 31 yards to work with, and they're set up first and goal from the 2, Gary.
Yes.
So first and goal from the 2. And Oak Grove brings its team down. Hunter Jones comes down here. Shotgun, see if they're going to go out of the shotgun, or they may line up under center here. And now they're going to line up in the shotgun, and it looks like it'll be Marsh at quarterback back there. They're going to go in motion left to right. And now Marsh going to go right up the middle into the end zone for 6. And Oak Grove leads it 6-0 with 11:56 to go in the first quarter.
Conversion coming up. 4-yard touchdown run.
Now the question becomes, how do the Wildcats respond after the short field and the touchdown by Oak Grove? Cats have moved the ball on offense besides that last drive that they went 3 and out, which was 3 incomplete passes on that drive. So extra point coming up as Marsh set to try to kick this one through. 6-0 our score with 11:56 to go, and we have a whistle.
Penalty flag thrown.
Looks like the Cats lined up off sides maybe. And that means Oak Grove going to try to go for 2 here, as that pushes it to about the 1.5-yard line. So now Oak Grove going to go for 2 on the extra point attempt. Try to make it an 8-0 score. Going to go with 2 wide receivers set out to the far side here. Going to go in motion, and they're going to try to run the jet sweep. No, right up the middle. They're going to go Marsh into the end zone for 2, and it's 8-0.
Same exact play they ran the other way for the touchdown. So
8-0 Oak Grove. 11:56 to go, first quarter. We'll be right back.
Decisions on the football field must be made in a split second. When buying a home, it is quite the opposite. Let Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage walk you through the process with ease. They will make sure buying your dream home doesn't become a nightmare. From the first showing until the keys are in your hand, go with the realtors that have called Harrisonville home since 1981. American Heritage Realtors, office located next to Sonic on Commercial, or go see them at americanheritage-realtors.com.
Rondo and our Sonic kick return contestant. If the Cats return a kick for a touchdown, she will win an $80 Sonic gift card. She gets a $10 Sonic gift card just for being our contestant tonight from the Sonic of Harrisonville. And kick off your mornings at Harrisonville's only drive-thru coffee shop, Brew Daddy's, next to Commerce Bank on Commercial. As we set for the kick here, 11:56 to go in the first half. 8-0. Oak Grove capitalizes on the miscue and gets the short field touchdown from 31. They punch it in after a couple of good runs. A little squib kick up the middle it goes, picked up at the 25-yard line by Atkinson to the 30, to the 35, and down to the 36-yard line, or did he step out over there to 35, it looked like? So 1st and 10 from their own 35 coming up for the Cats. Cats now going from south to north or right to left, however you would prefer it. Gary would prefer the nautical directions, and some people prefer the left to right on their screen and right to left. So 11:51 to go here, first half, 8-0 Oak Grove out to the lead, and that's been, I do not know that the Cats have scored first in any game yet this year, Gary.
I was going to say, I wonder if they've been ahead, but they were in that 80, the game that went 120 points. They were ahead a couple of different times in that game. So,
lone back in the backfield under center is George on 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off for Wilson and nowhere to go, and a late flag comes in.
Jaden Wilson is number 45, the linebacker, the senior linebacker, Moses Sanderson.
So that one come in from way deep.
Penalty against the Cat.
And you know it's bad when you lose yardage and the penalty for the hold on top of it goes back 10 more. So it brings a first and long for the Cats. So first down and 20 coming up.
Ball back to the 25-yard line. Cats had to take it to the 45. They're on 45 for the first and 10.
George gets the play from the sideline. 11:40 to go here, first half. 8-0 Oak Grove with the lead. Wide receiver left, wide receiver, two of them to the left. Now they're going to move sides here, and Atkinson going to go off the end now. Here they go on the I formation. First guy through is Pesic. He's to the 40, down to the 45, and wrapped up and taken down. And a flag comes in there.
Running back, he'll be down to the 49.
And the guy chasing the play through the flag.
Penalty flag is thrown.
And that's going to hold on the Wildcats. They're going to call it on one of the receivers. I think they're calling it on Colby Knowles, who was blocking way downfield. My only question on that hold is how he saw that as he was running behind the ball carrier and he chucked the ball, or he chucked it back the other way. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that just was.
Hold against the Cats.
So instead of a first down, the Cats will have it at their own 39-yard line, and they'll replay.
First down again.
So it'll be 1st and 6 instead of 1st and 20. So you don't hear that very often, is you got a foul and you actually gain 15 yards out of it. So here we go on 1st and 6. They hand it off for Wilson, and Wilson into the secondary. Past midfield, inside Oak Grove territory down to the 49-yard line. 12-yard run by the senior running back, and it is into Oak Grove territory. Cats needed that first down. That Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. High formation again for the Cats. A wide receiver each side. In the backfield, Pesic and Wilson, and they hand to Wilson, and Wilson steps through the hole and going to push his way all the way down to the 41-yard line of the Panthers.
The 40-yard line, the senior does. He's wrapped up by number 51, the freshman Garrett Huntsman, and number 7, Nate Foster, the junior defensive back. It'll be second.
Warrensburg and Excelsior Springs no score, and Pleasant Hill up 7-0 on Odessa. So that's a game to watch. Odessa and Pleasant Hill both undefeated in conference right now. Second down and 3 to go, 10:20 to go in the first half of this one. Two wide receiver set left side, I formation in the backfield. Reynolds behind Pesic this time, and they hand to Reynolds. Reynolds into the secondary again, down to the 25 or 35-yard line, sorry. 7-yard run by Reynolds. It'll be another Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. So 10:08 to go. You know, Cats running that I formation tonight. First time we've seen it all year, Gary. But what that tells me, what I like to see about that is coaches still trying to find something that'll work for them.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, I think they've got a fullback there that can block very good for the tailback, and can run the ball well.
And right up the middle again with Reynolds, and Reynolds gets past the initial contact where they're going to mark him at about the 33-yard line.
Gain of 3 yards of the play.
So they're going to bring up a second down for the Cats down to the 32-yard line. 9:30 to go here, first half. 8-0, Oak Grove with the lead. Play coming from the sideline as
Wildcats break to the line they go.
Landon George went to the sideline and got the play. Two wide receiver set. Far side. I formation again. This time looking to pass. Throws it over the middle for that was Percival. Incomplete. Brings up third down.
The junior And on the coverage was the junior Nate Foster.
So third down coming up.
All of his balls have been a little bit high tonight. I don't know if it's the cold or the way he's gripping the ball with it being cold, but almost every one of the balls have been a little bit high. If he'd have just been down just a little bit on that one, it possibly could have been a touchdown.
So instead it brings up a third down again, and Cats in that no man's land territory at about the 30-plus yard line. Got to think it's 4-down territory for the Cats. Here we go on 3rd and 7. And they're going to hand off for Reynolds, and Reynolds on his feet inside the 25. Going to have a first down. And something I've seen from Reynolds on that first down there and a couple of times tonight, that's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. But what I've seen is he's lowered his shoulder and ran over some people here in this one, where he's usually your shifty type of back, and tonight he's using a little bit of power. And Oak Grove going to call a timeout. We got a timeout on the field. Does your vehicle need a timeout? Go see Young's Auto Repair and have them check your car out today. We'll take a timeout as well and be right back after this.
No matter how many things you've had on the menu at Applebee's, everyone has their favorite. Whether it's an appetizer sampler, chicken fajita roll-up, or 3-cheese chicken penne with a side of buffalo sauce, you always go back to your favorite. At some point over the years, every Wildcat has had a meal at Applebee's. The next time you head to Applebee's in your Wildcat gear, mention the Wildcat Special and receive a 10% discount. Applebee's of Harrisonville on Rockhaven Road, catty corner to Quick Trip.
All right, 8:56 to go here. First half of this one. Cats trail 8-0, but have a 1st and 10 down at the 25 of the Oak Grove Panthers here in the first half of this one. Cats looking to get in the end zone for the first time since way back against Excelsior Springs, Gary.
They went 40 yards, 7 plays, been a good drive. They've held the ball for a little over 3 minutes. So, I mean, this is a typical first typical drive they've had in some time.
So here we go, up the middle and to the outside. He bounces is Wilson. Gets inside the 20 to about the 19, and you just want to see them, going to get about 6 on that. You want to see them continue this drive. It has been one of the better drives we've seen them have, but the Achilles heel has been when's the mistake happen, and you don't want to see that mistake. You want to see them finish the drive, and then they can build on that. You finish here, then you have that confidence that you can finish every drive.
Small steps make a huge difference in any game or any sport, and the same goes here.
So, again, under center this time in the I formation, or the Cats are going to hand it off to Pesic, and Pesic gets inside the 20 to the 19 again, and it's going to bring up 3rd down, maybe got a half yard on that. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Cats at the 19-yard line. So 3rd and 5 coming up. George gets a play from the sideline.
Well, you got to believe this is going to be 4-down territory here. I mean, 2 or 3 yards here, 2 or 3 yards the next one. Or how about just 19 yards, and let's call it even.
So 2 wide receiver set. Here they go to Wilson, and Wilson cuts to the outside, has it to the 15, stays on his feet, keeps churning those legs, and thrown back finally at the 15. Going to be close to a 1st yard, but we'll see where the spot is.
I've already written it down, so it better be what I've written down.
Well, the far side guys got it about the 17-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 15, though, and it's going to be just short on 4th down. So
I think this is why they've got Pesic as a fullback now. I look to see Pesic get the ball here on a quick hit right up the middle.
Or go quick snap and just shoot yourself forward if you're
with
George.
Pesic behind. I mean,
yeah.
You got Pesic behind, so he could push forward as well.
So here we go on 4th and short for the Cats. And it will be George, and he gets that 1st down, follows his blockers inside the 15. So I like it. They just kind of listen to us there. Right up the middle they go on that run.
One thing I like to see is a silent count, because nobody knows. I mean, it's the quarterback in the center. That's all it needs to know.
So that is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center 1st down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Checking out of the ball game is Wilson. Checking back in is Reynolds. 1st down and 10 for the Cats from the 14 in the red zone. I formation, Pesic, and he has Reynolds behind him in the backfield, 2 wide receiver set to the left side. They're going to pitch it out to this side, inside the 15, cut back at the 10, and inside the 10 down to about the 6-yard line. Close to a first down, but going to be up a couple of yards short.
I love it. You got second now, second and short, and you can get a first down before you get in the end zone. So you've got a lot of play capabilities here.
So they have it at the 6 is where they're going to mark it. 2 wide receivers set. Near side, I formation. There we go. George going to hand it off for Wilson, and Wilson gets it to the 5. Going to bring up a third down and short for the Cats with 5:35 to go here in the first half. Cats need about a yard here on third down. It's third and short for the Cats. And like Gary just said moments ago, a lot of options here on third and short.
Third down and 2.
So it'll be Percival and Knowles far side. And this time they're going to hand off and nowhere to go for Wilson, and he somehow squirts free and gets back to the 5 and going to bring up fourth down now for the Wildcats.
Defensive lineman number 51 on that stop. So fourth down for the Wildcats.
So Cats got it all the way down to the 5. Need to get it to about the 4-yard line.
Cats call a timeout.
Wildcats call a timeout with 4:51 to go. Does your vehicle need a timeout? Go see our friends at Young's Auto Repair and have them check it out today. We'll be right back.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Service has been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat. With this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud sponsors of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
All right, big fourth down coming up for the Wildcats. They've had a nice drive put together here, Gary, and now you've got to capitalize on that drive and continue it or get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and I wish they could have checked off on that last play. They had the strong move to the left, on the defensive left, the offensive right, and we ran right into it. If we had come back left, it would have been, I think, a very good opportunity to get a first down, if not a touchdown.
So fourth down coming up for the Cats. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right, I formation for the Cats. On fourth down, they're going to hand off, and Wilson gets the first down and spins close to the goal line, and it's going to bring up a first and goal, and the Cats get a new set of downs. It is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Now the Cats have 4 opportunities at it.
This is a 14-play drive that started on the 35, so for all practical purposes, 64 yards and 14 plays. Great drive. End off, they got 4 chances to get in the end zone.
So on a first and goal for the Cats from about the 2-yard line, and George falls on it, and I think Oak Grove's going to have this.
So level on the play, Oak Grove recovers. They have it first and 10 deep inside their own territory. Number 24 recovered the ball.
Now, they're talking this over. I don't know, but I think they may say that George was down before and had possession of the ball before. Nope, they're going to give it to Oak Grove, and it looked like he had it and maybe squirted out when he fell on it. I'm not sure. But back-breaking drive for the Cats. They went 15 plays, and could not capitalize, and Oak Grove going to take over from their own 3-yard line. If you're the Wildcats, you just want to get a big play here. Shotgun formation out of the end zone, and they're going to go up the middle and into the secondary, and on his horse he goes to the 40, to the 50, trying to outrun everybody down to the 40, and forced out of bounds by Zach Cheney all the way down to the 25-yard line. Moses Sanderson.
The senior defensive back pursued him out of bounds.
So Sanderson with the first down run.
On the counter from the 4-yard line.
So Oak Grove in business on the big play.
Wildcat 25, action to be
First down and 10 for the Panthers, down to the 25 of the Wildcats. 4:12 to go here in the first half, and Oak Grove will get the ball after the half. Go with this jet sweep around near side, and he cuts right up the middle to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Is Nate Foster. 14-0 Oak Grove with 4:04 to go in the first half. So,
what a difference 2 plays can make.
I'll tell you. And, you know, we said that what a back-breaking play, and there it was, and it turned. That's been the Wildcats this year. I mean, you want to put the season in perspective. Here comes the kick. It is good, but you want to put this season in perspective. 3 plays right there was this season for the Wildcats. You drive all the way down the field, you have the miscue, you turn it over, and then you give up a big play back the other way. And now what would have been a 8-7 ball game maybe going into the half is a 15-0 game with still 4:04 to go in the first half. So 4:04 to go, first half of this one. We'll just keep it right here. Cat's going to get the ball back on the kick return here. Rhonda Owen, our kick return contestant tonight. If the Cats return a kick for a touchdown, Rhonda will win an $80 Sonic gift card. She gets a $10 Sonic gift card for just participating in the contest, thanks to our good friends at Sonic of Harrisonville. 4:04 to go, first half. Cats got to find something here. They got to dig down deep, down 15-0 after the back-breaking turnover deep in Oak Grove territory. Marsh set to kick it away. Little squib kick down the side, and Oak Grove is going to get on top of it.
onside kick. Oak Grove recovers inside Wildcat
15-yard line. Oak Grove, 2 plays later into the end zone for 6, make it 15-0, and then I don't want to say it was an attempted onside kick. It's just kind of a squib kick to the side, bounced off of Brody Rogers on the far side, and Oak Grove capitalized again.
Well, I think they've seen what we've been doing on returns. We've been getting good returns and stuff. So the last kickoff after the last touchdown, they kind of squibbed it a little bit, but it went farther deeper. This time they squibbed it more to the corner, to the sideline, and probably wasn't the choice that they should have made, trying to pick it up or trying to jump out and get it. Let somebody else behind you get that, come up and get it. But again, that's where experience will benefit you in the years to come. But it's really a terrible thing to see. I mean, you had the ball on the 1 yard line, first and goal from the 1. All you had to do, and what did we talk about in the pregame? We talked about turnovers, how turnovers can hurt you, and we're hoping maybe this would be the game that they didn't have any. They haven't had one up until this point. You get on the 1 yard line, you have and don't know really who's caused it, because it was an exchange between the center and the quarterback. And fumble, they recover, and 2 plays later in the zone and another 7 points. So
Jones in the shotgun formation. They're going to go in motion with Marsh. They're going to hand off to the outside, and Marsh is going to try that jet sweep back the far side.
Ball carries number 2. That's Brandon Marsh.
And he's going to get it inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line. We'll bring up second down and 7 for Oak Grove. And Oak Grove, like I said, they're not doing anything fancy. They're just trying to get it to the outside and let their speed take care of it.
Remember back when they had that real complicated offense with the trays in the backfield, and you never know who got the ball. And
definitely changing themselves up here, and they're going to go to the outside, and Foster tries to bounce it to the outside. Cats read it. Christian Cooper, first one there on the stop. Going to bring up a third down. Ball back to the 19. So it brings up 3rd down and long from the 19-yard line. You got to figure out 4-down territory for the Panthers here. 1:55 to go in the first half. So 3rd and 10 coming up. 1:45 to go, first half of this one. Cats looking to get a big stop here before the half. Oak Grove could really turn this one in to some points. If they got points here, they throw it out to Marsh, and Marsh is going to get to the outside. There's going to be a hold. He's going to get into the end zone, but this one will be coming back.
On that play, and the penalty flag goes down at the 16-yard line.
It's like Excelsior Springs up 22-7 on Warrensburg, and Pleasant Hill up now 10-0 on Odessa. So
that's a hold against Oak Grove, so the play comes back.
Pleasant Hill would love to get themselves a conference title. They could go a long way towards it with a victory over Odessa tonight. They've already beaten Warrensburg and Harrisonville. I don't believe Excelsior and Pleasant Hill have played yet. So that one will come backwards. It'll be 3rd down and about 16 now for the Panthers. 2 wide receivers set to the left, 3 to the right. Shotgun formation. They're going to go in motion with Marsh. They're going to hand off to Marsh, and Marsh was going to throw it, and he chucks it downfield, and Zach Cheney went right into the receiver.
So Brennan Marsh, number 2, attempts the pass.
And there's also a flag back here at the 36-yard line, so we'll sort it all out here.
The pass was intended for the freshman.
Marsh took a hit back here.
Officials conferring.
So it could be offsetting penalties here.
Well, that's going to be a pass interference, and I'm wondering if this is going to be roughing the passer. But do you have roughing the passer when you?
You can't because it wasn't the actual quarterback.
Well, that's what I was afraid they were going to.
Roughing the passer and pass interference, both those penalties against the Cats.
Yeah, you can't have roughing the passer because the quarterback was not the one with the ball. So
wouldn't make any difference because they're going to have to decline one of the penalties. Both of them are going to be the same, 15 yards. So, I mean, I would like to know if that's. I didn't think that would be roughing the passer on a pitch like that, but.
Well, nevertheless, I think it's going to be a first down. We'll see. It'll be very close. No, it won't. It'll be close to a first down. It'll be a 3rd and about 3 coming up for Oak Grove here.
But it's automatic with a personal foul, I think.
Oh, okay.
Both those penalties against the Wildcats defensive unit.
So down to the 14-yard line, 1:16 to go in the first half. I have zero idea what's going on because I don't see how that was a personal foul, roughing the passer. Throw it out in the flats, incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. I mean, I guess I could be crazy, and I sometimes am. So 2nd and 10 coming up, 1:14 to go first half. Cats down 15-0. Oak Grove trying to score before the half, and they get the ball back at the half. So this is a big stand coming up for the Wildcat defense here.
And Oak Grove's out of timeouts. They've called all 3 of their timeouts. And for some reason, if they do need to stop the clock other than incomplete pass, it's not going to stop. Or first down briefly. So
Anderson in the backfield alongside Jones. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the right. They're going to throw it right over the middle and bounces through the hands of the target, Foster, and brings up 3rd down and 10.
Pass intended for number 2, Brendan Marsh. 3rd down and 10.
3rd down coming up for the Panthers from the 13-yard line of the Wildcats. We get the play from the side here. If I'm Oak Grove, I'm just going to go with the jet sweep here and see what I can get on 3rd and 10. And they're going to go in motion with it. Foster goes from left to right. And now they're going to roll out, look to throw. And they throw it picked off And is that Jaden Wilson? He's down the sideline to the 40. That's what the Cats needed, the 50. He's still on his feet. Not going to catch him to the house. 100-yard touchdown return. And the Wildcats got what they needed. Caught some life. Jaden Wilson, 100 yards for the return. So Jaden Wilson, the senior, with the pick six. Makes it 15-6. You know the Cats got to go for 2 here with it being a 9-point game.
Okay, that won't be a kickoff or punt return. I wonder if she's going to call in and say, "Can I get that?"
A return for a touchdown. I said the kick return though. So Cats going to go for 2 here, and that was huge for the Wildcats here, as they were staring a 20-plus point deficit in the face going into halftime. Jaden Wilson steps in front of one, takes off with his wheels, and gets the touchdown. And here we go. They're going to hand off, no, pitch back, and not going to go. 15-6 the score, but the Cats get the score. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
The Harrisonville Square is quickly becoming a shopping destination, and a big reason why is Birdie's Boutique and Antiques at the corner of Lexington and Pearl Street. Birdie's offers a unique combination of fashionable clothing, furniture, accessories, home decor, and gifts. For the ladies in your life, it's the place to take them. With a little bit of everything, they are sure to make you leave with something new. So the next time you want to go shopping, head up to Historic Square and check out Harrisonville's newest hot spot for fashion, Birdie's Boutique and Antiques.
That would have back to action here, 55 seconds to go. A little bit of life here in the crowd after that interception return. I'll tell you what, you want to talk about a momentum swinger. Cats looked dead to rights, being down 22-0 going into half, and instead it's now 15-6. Little squib kick down the sideline to Oak Grove, and the Cats on it quickly. And again, no timeouts for Oak Grove. You know, they went to the well with that pass one too many times. My opinion, I'm going for a jet sweep on that 3rd and 10. It's been there all night long. You would have had probably 5-6 yards, if not a little bit more. Instead, they tried to, you know, they went for the jugular there. They were trying to get another score before half. I understand that too. Shotgun formation. They're going to go in motion from right to left and hand it off up the middle. And a couple of yards, and then the Cats toss them backwards.
And off to number 45, the senior Moses
Sanderson with the carry. Got a couple on that one. Clock will roll. Oak Grove going to have to run at least one more play here, as there's about a 5-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. Wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right. They're going to go in motion with Foster. And they're going to fake the hand off the ball on the turf, and the Cats fall on it with 8.6 seconds to go.
Wish we had a little bit more time with our timeouts.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stack Colby Knowles and Kennedy Atkinson on top of each other. I'm going to say run down to the end zone. I'm going to say, Landon, you know that ball you like to float way up high in the air? Chuck it as far as you can, as high as you can, and let your 2 athletes go get it. Ball at the 39-yard line with 8.6 seconds to go in the half. 15-6 the score. And I don't know, the Cats do have a couple of timeouts, so you may try a little quick hitter here and call a timeout and then get you a little closer to the end zone. We'll see what they do here. And a whistle and a timeout called.
Yeah, but you know, with the quickness that we've got, now Oak Grove's got some quickness, but the quickness we've got, if you can get, you know, Wilson or Reynolds in space, or Atkinson, or as far as that goes, Knowles, you can get any of those 4 guys in space, they can beat their guy one-on-one on defense. So you might be looking at something not as far deep. Get it somewhere in the middle of the field and let them try to get one play into the end zone.
I'm that old school guy too, though. You got a 1st and 10, ball at the 39-yard line, spread it out. 3 wide receivers one side, another one to the right side. Go shotgun formation. Let them run a little bit, and then do that delay handoff to one of your speedsters in the backfield, in Reynolds or Wilson, and see what he can do. And if he breaks one, 8.6 seconds, you should be able to call a timeout pretty quickly when he goes down as well, especially if it's a first down. The clock has to stop anyway.
In the first half, 1st and 10 Cats.
So they're going to go I formation here. Wide receiver left, wide receiver to the right. Reynolds behind Pesic, and looking to throw is – and now there's a pick the other way. Several flags. And
nice thing about this is it's going to be – and there was a blind side on that side that they didn't call at the 40-yard line. This is coming back anyway.
Well, what's good about this is all of that happened is that Landon George is down.
And I think he got blindsided. And nobody –
Well, but here's the good news. Time ran out. You cannot end
on a defensive
penalty, so you're going to get 15 yards and a chance to get it in the end zone here. And I didn't see.
It is landing because Riley's warming up, so.
So he got his bell rung, and he got his bell rung. I'm just going to leave it at that. I've probably been a little too harsh already in the first half of this one, so I'm not going to say anything else. But after they sort it out, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back when they get him up and at him, and we'll be right back after this.
It's happened to all of us, running a few minutes late and not enough time to drive somewhere to get out and go in to get a coffee, tea, latte, or delicious muffin or cinnamon roll. Good news, Brew Daddy's Coffee is now open and boasts Harrisonville's only drive-through coffee shop. Quick, convenient, and delicious is exactly what Brew Daddy's is for you. Opening at 6 a.m. and staying open all afternoon on Fridays to give you that caffeine boost before the game. Brew Daddy's Coffee right next to Commerce Bank on Commercial.
Max Savings event is here at Max Ford in Harrisonville. New 2018 F-150 Super Cab. No money down, buy it for $31,763. 2018 Escape Zero down, buy it for $18,138. Come to Max Ford in Harrisonville for the Max Savings event and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in the Midwest. Max Ford Harrisonville, corner of 291 and 71 highways, or shop 24/7 maxford.com. See dealer for details.
All right, so we sorted it out. They got Landon off the field here. Not sure exactly. We're figuring maybe a concussion there. He got his bell rung pretty good. And he's on the near side here, so they're talking to him. We'll see what happens with him if he comes back out in the second half. But Cats call a timeout. We will have one untimed down, barring another defensive penalty. And now you're in a situation, the ball at the 25-yard line, you can definitely get it into the end zone and get a jump ball.
Well, and Lincoln Riley, even though he's young, he's a thrower. So, we've got that in our favor, which is good.
River Riley.
I'm sorry.
Lincoln Riley.
I read an article today about him. That's the reason I'm thinking about it.
I'm pretty sure that isn't Lincoln Riley, the head coach at Oklahoma. But
yeah, I was reading the article where he fired his defensive coordinator. But anyway, yes. So anyway.
Cats have the one play from the 25. River Riley under center. And Riley going to throw. And he tosses it up and incomplete. So Cats go down 9 at the half. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with halftime after this.
Teammates on a football field are a must. That's why Cameron Chenoweth of American Family and Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance are teaming up to give you options in the insurance market. They know you have choices, and they want to work together like the Wildcat football team to make sure you have the best insurance coverage out there. To see what their team can do for you, call Cameron Chenoweth at 816-380-3996 and Lacey Domnick at 816-380-2700.
When you climb in your vehicle with your kids and head to the Wildcat game, you want to be safe. Make sure your tires are safe by visiting William and Michelle's at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You might not need them today. William can give you a peace of mind by letting you know when you will. If tires are needed, they will get you the best tire on the market and Harrisonville's best tire warranty with free flat repair for life of the tire. So stay safe with new tires from Young's Tire and Wheel Center.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment. Your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. Add new tires and being a rough country lifts and accessory dealer, Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. It's happened to all of us. Our printer out of ink and need an important document printed. In Harrisonville, that can spell disaster. Not any longer, though. Kaleidoscope Digital Services has you covered with inexpensive printing services. No more trips to the city just to get a copy made. And that's not all. Computer on the fritz, they'll take a look. Wi-Fi needed for workspace, and even starting a local gaming community plus new board games to try. Head up to the historic Harrisonville Square and check out Kaleidoscope Digital Services on the corner of Wall and Independence Street. It's 6 p.m. and your family is discussing what to eat for dinner. We've all been there. Everyone wants something different. So make it simple. Go to Forged by Fire in Harrisonville for a little bit of everything. Salads for mom, and a wide variety of them at that. The steak for dad, a Boss Burger for your growing boy, and chicken strips for the little one. The next time you need a variety of food with extra options to satisfy everyone in the family, make the one stop to Forged by Fire in the Price Chopper Shopping Center on Commercial.
When you want all the latest news about the Wildcats, turn to the South Cass Tribune. A large sports section, honor rolls, robotics, and even news and notes from all 6 Harrisonville campuses. They are sure to have you covered. They are happy to say the Wildcats are their hometown team. Find the Tribune around town at various establishments or get a subscription delivered right to your mailbox. Keep up with everything each week in the South Cass Tribune, Harrisonville's home news source.
You have choices when it comes to apparel and promotional gear for your business. Don't sacrifice quality for choice. Travis Thurston with T Screen Printing and Embroidery has all you could ask for. Local ability to screen print, embroider, and make vinyl decals, not to mention 50,000 promotional products at your fingertips with tscreenprinting.com. The next time your business or event needs apparel or a giveaway, stay local and turn to T Screen Printing and Embroidery, the pros who 4Ts trust to outfit them on Friday nights.
It's never too early to teach your little ones about finances and saving money. Sherwood Community Bank has plenty of options available for you to help kids save and learn how to manage money. Savings accounts can be started as soon as one is born to help teach them to save. Once they are behind the wheel, a checking account with free internet banking and a debit will be there for them to manage their money. Sherwood Community Bank is there for the youngsters. Just ask Braxton.
Go see them at Sherwood's Bank. That's where my account is.
Everybody has that one friend's house they love to go to with cool decorations and a relaxed environment. The Garage Burgers in Harrisonville is with 20-plus burgers, amazing appetizers, and ice-cold drinks. The Garage is your stop for fun and excitement. Now open late on Fridays. The Garage Burgers on Commercial across from Young's Tire.
When you live in a small town, you need someone you can trust to buy a used car from. Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales is that guy. Selling cars in Harrisonville for 35 years gains you that trust. Used car dealers can come and go, but not Steve. Holland Auto Sales, with 3 generations of Hollands graduating from Harrisonville, means he will be here for years to come. So go see the guy who the Grammer family trusts to buy from. Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales on Commercial Street, just past Burger King.
All right, welcome back to our halftime show, brought to you by Kaleidoscope Digital Services. On the Harrisonville Square, it's your one-stop for printing, computer service, Wi-Fi, and gaming. Go see Harrisonville's best computer solutions at Kaleidoscope Digital Services. Your score to half, 15-6. The Cats were so desperate, so in need of a big play, Gary. They get it. the 100-yard touchdown return on the pick six by the senior Jaden Wilson. Could have been a 22, 23-point deficit at the half. Instead, it's 15-6. And the Cats got a fumble there before the half and had a shot one last time at the end zone as well. So you got to like that.
Well, you've got to count your blessings when you can. I think Landon looked like it was his left shoulder that he was working with. I know some people were thinking maybe he got concussed, but it looked like he was more working on his shoulder than anything else. So let's hope that that's the case, especially left shoulder. But yeah, we got what the doctor ordered. We finally needed something. We were on the 1-yard line, and in 2 plays, it went from us getting a touchdown to them getting a touchdown and an extra point. So that couldn't have come in a better time for us. And score-wise and everything else, you know, I mean, we're down 2 scores if you look at it that way, because the fact is 9-point deficit, so you can't make that up in just 1 score. But at least we're in a ball game. We come out, we make a good stop on the first series, and then we can at least have the opportunity to get it within 1 score. And that's you got to like the chances. I mean, where we're at now, other than compared to where we've been at in the past. If you want, I'll go ahead and go over some quick stats for the first half. Pretty even game as far as Harrisonville and Oak Grove. We've got 119 yards rushing, pretty even with 25 yards on 2 carries. Got 19 yards receiving. Knowles has 8 of those, catching 1 out of 3 thrown to him, and then Reynolds has that 125-yard for 11-yard reception for a total of 19 passing. So a total of 138 yards offense. Then you add the 100-yard or 99 if you want to make it official, probably for the interception return by Wilson, and then we've got about another 70 yards in return yardage as well, compared to Oak Grove, which they had 183 yards total offense, 129 rushing, 54 passing, and we controlled the ball 14 minutes and 15 seconds to their 9:45. So pretty even game, pretty even on the scoreboard to a certain extent, 15-6, but hopefully we'll come out and get a stop in the second half.
Hopefully they can get something going in the second half, but I like the fire. I like that they got that at the end of the half, not going in 20-plus down. So we'll see how they can build on that in the second half. And you know, it's just one day at a time, one drive at a time, and see what can happen.
Well, you've got 8, 9, possibly 10 quarters of scoreless football, 2 games, plus I can't remember if they scored in the last of the game 3 games ago, and 1 quarter here, and almost 2 full quarters. So you're looking at almost 10 quarters where you're and your offense still hasn't scored either. The offense, I mean, we're doing good things. We're just making mistakes at the wrong time.
Well, and you got to look offensively all the way back till late in that battle game, have only had a couple of touchdowns, because you had 2 kick return touchdowns against Excelsior Spring. This one was a pick 6. So off, and we'll just go from there. Right now, the Royal Regiment out on the field. They're having their performance. We're up here at halftime of our Kaleidoscope Digital Services halftime show. I'm going to take a second here and go over our soccer seconds, brought to you by Schroeder Chiropractic. Proud to update us on the Wildcat team's progress all season long. Remember, Schroeder Chiropractic, they've got your back. Wildcat soccer team went 3-0 since we last talked. They had lost last Friday 3-1 to Rolla, but they ended up getting another win on Saturday in Rolla, 5-3 over Waynesville. And then they improved their conference record to an outstanding 8-0 as they blanked the Oak Grove Panthers 3-0. And then they also beat Excelsior Springs in overtime 3-2 to take a 15-4-2 record and 8-0 MRVC record into the weekend. So Wildcat Soccer is off and running. And our soccer seconds brought to you by our friends at Schroeder Chiropractic. Remember, they've got your back. So we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more on your Kaleidoscope Digital Services halftime show after this.
Salon 114 on the historic Harrisonville Square is happy to sponsor this year's Spirit Spotlight, which highlights a different Wildcat cheerleader who has excelled on the team each week. While the stylists at Salon 114 are extremely busy, they are excited to announce the addition of a full-spectrum infrared sauna. This new edition is available to anyone and comes with an array of health benefits. Sessions are available with flexible times and by the minute. That makes now the time to call at 816-651-3722.
Welcome back for our Spirit Spotlight tonight. Salon
year's
114 and Birdie's Boutique and Antiques on the historic Harrisonville Square bring you our Spirit Spotlight, where we spotlight a different Wildcat cheerleader each and every week. Tonight's Spirit Spotlight is on Beth Ellsworth. She's the daughter of Jeremy and Valerie Ellsworth. This is Beth's second year as a HHS cheerleader. Her favorite thing about cheer is being involved in the school and community and seeing kids look up to her. Her favorite teacher is Mr. K, because he tells great jokes and helps with anything she needs. Best coaches love her fearless attitude. She will try any stunts and is flexible, helping the team to the best it can be. She is kind-hearted to all and is a great friend to her teammates. She is a blessing to the program. That is our Spirit Spotlight, brought to you by our friends at Salon 114 and Birdie's Boutique and Antiques, both on the historic square. Proud to bring you the Spirit Spotlight. We'll take another time out. You have been listening to the Kaleidoscope Digital Services Halftime Show. We'll be back in 5, 6, 7 minutes and chat some more. We'll be right back after this.
There are a million places to buy a used car, so why not go somewhere you know lives by the Show Me State motto? The staff at Show Me wants to show you that Show Me spirit. Excellent service, affordable prices, and even loaners while you get your cars serviced. With 2 locations to serve you in Harrisonville and Belton, they will put you in your dream car, truck, or SUV, and if they don't have it, they'll find it for you. So drive on over to Show Me Auto Mall and drive away with your next car.
A strong starting lineup is a key to a great team. Insurance is no different, and Stafford & Stafford Insurance has the best lineup in town. With personal, commercial, health, life, farm, and crop insurance, they have you covered. 40-plus employees are there for you to find the best rates, walk you through claims, and make sure they are there for every step of the way. So if you're looking for a full-service insurance company with a strong starting lineup, go see the folks over at Stafford & Stafford Insurance on Commercial Street across from Holland Auto Sales.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need T-shirts for your team? A custom T-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller in premier portable buildings to store all your outdoor equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it? They probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
What is your time worth? Think about it the next time you head to the city to spend hours and days shopping for home appliances and to save a few dollars. Instead, drive across town and see Erlene and her staff that's right here for your convenience. You can be in or out in a short amount of time with amazing service, a great product, and they always treat you like family. Located behind Hawthorne Bank on Plaza Drive, so spend all your extra time you saved cheering on the Wildcats, and remember, think Troby's first when you think of home appliances.
When it comes to fast service at a reasonable price, Young's Auto is your place. Whether it's a standard oil change, brake check, or something a little more major, Michelle and William with Young's Auto Repair will make sure you get back on the road quickly with a little change left in your pockets. So if you don't want to break the bank when your vehicle needs service, come to the shop that keeps you rolling down the highway. Young's Auto, right across the street from Young's Tire on South Commercial.
Decisions on the football field must be made in a split second. When buying a home, it is quite the opposite. Let Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage walk you through the process with ease. They will make sure buying your dream home doesn't become a nightmare. From the first showing until the keys are in your hand, go with the realtors that have called Harrisonville home since 1981. American Heritage Realtors, office located next to Sonic on Commercial, or go see them at americanheritage-realtors.com.
No matter how many things you've had on the menu at Applebee's, everyone has their favorite. Whether it's an appetizer sampler, chicken fajita roll-up, or 3-cheese chicken penne with a side of buffalo sauce, you always go back to your favorite. At some point over the years, every Wildcat has had a meal at Applebee's. The next time you head to Applebee's in your Wildcat gear, mention the Wildcat Special and receive a 10% discount. Applebee's of Harrisonville on Rockhaven Road, catty corner to Quick Trip. Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Service has been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat. With this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud sponsors of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
The Harrisonville Square is quickly becoming a shopping destination, and a big reason why is Birdie's Boutique and Antiques at the corner of Lexington and Pearl Street. Birdie's offers a unique combination of fashionable clothing, furniture, accessories, home decor, and gifts. For the ladies in your life, it's the place to take them. With a little bit of everything, they are sure to make you leave with something new. So the next time you want to go shopping, head up to Historic Square and check out Harrisonville's newest hot spot for fashion, Birdie's Boutique and Antiques. It's happened to all of us, running a few minutes late and not enough time to drive somewhere to get out and go in to get a coffee, tea, latte, or delicious muffin or cinnamon roll. Good news, Brew Daddy's Coffee is now open and boasts Harrisonville's only drive-through coffee shop. Quick, convenient, and delicious is exactly what Brew Daddy's is for you. Opening at 6 a.m. Staying open all afternoon on Fridays to give you that caffeine boost before the game. Brew Daddy's Coffee right next to Commerce Bank on Commercial.
Max Savings Event is here at Max Ford in Harrisonville. New 2018 F-150 Super Cab. No money down, buy it for $459 a month. 2018 Escape, 0 down, buy it for $256 a month. Come to Max Ford in Harrisonville for the Max Savings Event and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in the Midwest. Max Ford Harrisonville at the corner of 291 and 71 highways, or shop 24/7 at maxford.com. See dealer for details.
Teammates on a football field are a must. That's why Cameron Chenoweth of American Family and Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance are teaming up to give you options in the insurance market. They know you have choices, and they want to work together like the Wildcat football team to make sure you have the best insurance coverage out there. To see what their team can do for you, call Cameron Chenoweth at 816-380-3996 and Lacey Domnick at 816-380-2700.
When you climb in your vehicle with your kids and head to the Wildcat game, you want to be safe. Make sure your tires are safe by visiting William and Michelle's at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You might not need them today. William can give you a peace of mind by letting you know when you will. If tires are needed, they will get you the best tire on the market and Harrisonville's best tire warranty with free flat repair for life of the tire. So stay safe with new tires from Young's Tire and Wheel Center.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. Add new tires and being a rough country lifts and accessory dealer, Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. It's happened to all of us. Our printer out of ink and need an important document printed. In Harrisonville, that can spell disaster. Not any longer, though. Kaleidoscope Digital Services has you covered with inexpensive printing services. No more trips to the city just to get a copy made. And that's not all. Computer on the fritz, they'll take a look. Wi-Fi needed for workspace, and even starting a local gaming community plus new board games to try. Head up to the historic Harrisonville Square and check out Kaleidoscope Digital Services on the corner of Wall and Independence Street. It's 6 p.m. and your family is discussing what to eat for dinner. We've all been there. Everyone wants something different. So make it simple. Go to Forged by Fire in Harrisonville for a little bit of everything. Salads for mom, and a wide variety of them at that. The steak for dad, a Boss Burger for your growing boy, and chicken strips for the little one. The next time you need a variety of food with extra options to satisfy everyone in the family, Make the one stop to Forged by Fire in the Price Chopper Shopping Center on Commercial.
When you want all the latest news about the Wildcats, turn to the South Cast Tribune. A large sports section, honor rolls, robotics, and even news and notes from all 6 Harrisonville campuses. They are sure to have you covered. They are happy to say the Wildcats are their hometown team. Find the Tribune around town at various establishments or get a subscription delivered right to your mailbox. Keep up with everything each week in the South Cast Tribune, Harrisonville's home news source. Turn to the South Cast Tribune. A large sports section, honor rolls, robotics, and even news and notes from all 6 Harrisonville campuses. They are sure to have you covered.
You have choices when it comes to apparel and promotional gear for your business. Don't sacrifice quality for choice. Travis Thurston with T Screen Printing and Embroidery has all you could ask for. Local ability to screen print, embroider, and make vinyl decals, not to mention 50,000 promotional products at your fingertips with tscreenprinting.com. The next time your business or event needs apparel or a giveaway, stay local and turn to T Screen Printing and Embroidery, the pros who 4Ts trust to outfit them on Friday nights.
It's never too early to teach your little ones about finances and saving money. Sherwood Community Bank has plenty of options available for you to help kids save and learn how to manage money. Savings accounts can be started as soon as one is born to help teach them to save. Once they are behind the wheel, a checking account with free internet banking and a debit card could be there for them to manage their money. Sherwood Community Bank is there for the youngsters. Just ask Braxton.
Go see them at Sherwood's Bank. That's where my account is.
Everybody has that one friend's house they love to go to with cool decorations and a relaxed environment. The Garage Burgers in Harrisonville is like your friend's house, an amazingly fun place with names of all of its visitors adorning the walls with old racing gear throughout. Make it your place to go next time you want a fun and terrific dinner. With 20-plus burgers, amazing appetizers, and ice-cold drinks, the Garage is your stop for fun and excitement. Now open late on Fridays. The Garage Burgers on Commercial across from Young's Tire.
When you live in a small town, you need someone you can trust to buy a used car from. Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales is that guy. Selling cars in Harrisonville for 35 years gains you that trust. Used car dealers can come and go, but not Steve. Holland Auto Sales with 3 generations of Hollands graduating from Harrisonville means he will be here for years to come. So go see the guy who the Grammer family trusts to buy from. Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales on Commercial Street, just past Burger King.
Oops. All right, welcome back. Our halftime show brought to you by Kaleidoscope Digital Services is over. We're set for second half action. This kickoff going to be brought to you by our friends at Harrisonville's only drive-through coffee shop, Brew Daddy's, next to Commerce Bank on Commercial. So we're ready for second half action. Any predictions on the game tomorrow night, Gary? Mizzou and Alabama?
I tell you what, I'll take Alabama if you'll take Mizzou.
You give me 75 points and you're on. I'm a Mizzou fan.
So am I, but I mean.
Earlier this week, there was an article in the Kansas City Star, and the article in the Star said, could Alabama have trouble with Mizzou's running game? So I got a GIF, or GIF, however people, there's still an argument over how you say it. I got a GIF, and it was from Vegas Christmas Vacation, where Clark, or cousin Eddie says to Clark, "You serious, Clark?" So I put that on there. I had like 35 people that loved that because it was like we're all Mizzou fans. We're all thinking the same thing. Really, dude, we're not going to win, but if they were to win some miraculous way, that'd be amazing. Nevertheless, we're kicking it off here. Little onside kick, and it's on the ground. The Cats got a chance for it.
I think we got it.
And I think they may come up with it, and they do. Return the favor. And the Cats got the ball to start the second half. We got an update from Coach, I'm going to try to pronounce his name, Heslinga, who also is going to be helping out with the basketball program. So he's going to probably get sick of seeing me by the time basketball's over, since I'll be doing the basketball games as well. He comes from Smithville, back up in my old neck of the woods. I went to West Platte back in the day, but when we actually still played Smithville. And he said a sprained, popped out of place his left shoulder, but George is going to give it a go here in the second half, and the Cats in business, the 46 of Oak Grove on 1st and 10. The pitch back to Reynolds, and Reynolds gets down to the 35 and out of bounds about the 32-yard line.
You know, and I wasn't thinking, but it's going to make a difference on the pitch too. If his arm's weak, going left and making a pitch, it's going to make a difference. So,
but Troby Maytag Home Appliance Center, first down. Think Troby's first. When you think home appliances, well, Jerry gave me some scores. We'll get to those after this next play here from the MRVC. 1st and 10, Cats down to the 32-yard line. I formation, wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Under center is George. Here we go on 1st and 10, and right up the middle they go to Reynolds, and Reynolds inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. And we gave you multiple scores for the Odessa Pleasant Hill game. I'm thinking it's 14-10, but it said 10-0 P Hill, and then it said 7-7 both ways, and now it says 14-10. So 14-10 Odessa over Pleasant Hill, and 22-7 still our score. Excelsior, and up the middle they go into the end zone. 4-6 is Jaden Wilson on his horse, 28-yard touchdown run. And the Wildcats cut it to 3, 15-12.
And that's just what the doctor ordered, I would say.
So the Wildcats get right back in it here. 15-12 the score, 10:58 to go. I texted my father-in-law. Mima and Peepaw are down hanging out with the kids. They're at home in the comfort of the warm, watching the football game, Gary, and Braxton's watching the game alongside Meemaw and Peepaw here tonight. So, Braxton, hello, and have fun with Meemaw and Peepaw. Here we go. On the extra point attempt, the little cross pattern to Colby Knowles, and the Cats pull to within one, 15-14. Your tires are important. Let the touch of the tires on the pavement not let you down. Go see Young's Tire and Wheel Center today. And for extra menu options for the whole family, make your one stop Forged by Fire in the Price Chopper Shopping Center. Also your post-game headquarters. Head over there after the ball game if you're not already over there in the warmth of Forged by Fire watching the game. Head over after for Friday Night Trivia. 10:58 to go here in this third quarter. Cats get the onside kick and score in 3 plays. And the touchdown by Jaden Wilson. He's now responsible for both touchdowns. And I like that little slant route into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as well.
Yeah, especially if they're playing off, which they have been. You got that. If you got a 5-yard, they're off of you by 5 yards, that gives you a couple of steps to cut in unless they're playing on the inside of you. So just what the doctor ordered, what we wanted to see happen in the second half is them stop them, which didn't stop them. It was just an onside kick, and then it was 3 plays and into the end zone.
So now looks like they're going to go a little high pop-up kick here, and they do. Going to be taken at about the 30 by the Panthers to the 35, and good open field tackle by the Cats. Colby Knowles down there to stop it, and Oak Grove be at their own 35 with a 1-point lead and 10:55 to go. So talk about a game changing on a dime. Gary, it was 15-0. Looked like it was sure to be 22-0 going into the first and 10. They're going to go up the middle with it for Sanderson. Bring up a second down in about 9. But, it looked like it was going to be a 22-point deficit, if not 23. And instead, the pick six by Jaden Wilson makes it 15-6, and then Jaden Wilson opens the scoring in the second half, and the Cats are within 1.
Yeah, in 2 minutes, we scored 14 points. Now, granted, you had a half in there, but at 55 seconds left is when we scored the interception return, and then at 10:58 in the third is when we scored the touchdown.
They're going to go in motion with Foster and go backside for Marsh, and Marsh not going to go anywhere, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Brings up 3rd down. Ball back to the original line of scrimmage.
You know what? They've got some fire in them now. I mean, the offense obviously did their job now. The defense is doing their job. So it's going to be fun to watch this last half.
We will see. 3rd down. Cats got a little fire and chance to get out of here with a 3 and out. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Jones in the backfield. They fake the handoff. They're going to go out for Foster, overthrow Foster, and incomplete. And the Cats going to get the ball back. Rhonda Owen, our Sonic kick return contestant. If the Cats return a kick in this touchdown in this game, she will win an $80 Sonic gift card. She gets a $10 gift card just for playing the Sonic kick return contest, brought to you by Sonic of Harrisonville. Tarwater and Knowles back to return this one. Kick from its own 25. High end over end kick. Going to bounce and roll out of bounds at the 30-yard line. They're going to mark it. See, right at the 30. So Cats with 9:37 to go here in the 3rd. 15-14 the score. So, man, I'll tell you what, talk about momentum shifters. It is totally turned on this one. Cats within 1, have the ball, 9:37 to go. They erased that first possession of the second half by getting an onside kick. And now it looks like River Riley going to take over. Maybe that shoulder bothering Landon a little bit too much, and River Riley coming in.
I'm looking for him on the sidelines. I can't see, but making that pitch is going to be difficult. Handoffs are going to be difficult as well.
And they're going to hand off for Wilson, and Wilson breaks the initial tackle. And they're going to call him down. And I'm glad the coaches are next to me and can say it just loud enough so I don't have to. 2nd down and 11. They called him down at the 29-yard line. Don't know if he was down, but he kept on moving. And
well, you got to have a knee or an elbow or something down, and I didn't see anything that's supposed to be down to be called down.
Close to down anyway. 9 minutes ago, 3rd quarter, I formation. And here we go. Riley going to hand off for Wilson, and Wilson gets past the 30 up to about the 32-yard line and going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. This is one of those series, if you're not going to have Landon the rest of the game, you want to ease River into it. You don't want to throw them to the Wolves and say, hey, go 10 yards downfield, go 20 yards downfield. Let's just run a vanilla couple of plays here. If we bust one, we do. If not, let's punt it away, and then we can work on the sideline on what we need to do different. I formation again, Pesic and Wilson in the backfield. Here we go, and River Riley to throw, and he's going to chuck it downfield. Coming back for it.
That brought on a whole bunch of flags. That was good.
And I got to give credit right there. I wish I had a replay because Colby Knowles, I'm pretty sure, drugged the defender into him and held him next to him and reached out for the ball like he couldn't get to it to make sure he was at least going to get the flag, and he still almost came up with the flag.
He did almost. It was going to be on the guy's back, though. He was going to be catching it and holding it against the guy's back. That would be kind of difficult to pull out. But
so it'll be a first down for the Cats up to the 48-yard line. So the Cats in business here, close to midfield, get their first down. That's at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. First down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Wide receiver each side. River Riley looking to throw. This time he's going to chuck it downfield. Has his man down to the 15. The sophomore unleashes one down to the 15-yard line, and the Cats in the red zone down to the 16-yard line. I looked over at Gary, and Gary was going Rain Man on me there. He was adding up yardage. 8:09 to go. Here in the third, Cats in business down to the 16-yard line. That's at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. First down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Handoff to Wilson, and Wilson going to bounce to the outside. Touchdown number 3, Jaden Wilson. And it's 20-15. Cats with the lead. Jaden Wilson having himself a night here. 20-15 on senior night. 7:54 to go here in the third, and the Cats take their first lead of the ball game. Looking for an extra point coming up. So a game turns on a dime late first half, and now the Cats lead it 20-15. Extra point coming up. Well, now Landon George comes into the game.
He must have just come out of the locker room because I was looking for him. I didn't see him, and I looked down to right.
So they're going to go 4-2 here to try to make it a 7-point game. And this time they're going to fake the handoff, and George looks, and is he going to get in? No, they're going to say he's not there, and it'll remain 20-15. So 2-point conversion, no good. Touchdown of the Tires on the pavement is needed. Go see our friends at Young's Tire and Wheel Center and have them check out your tires today. We'll be right back.
There are a million places to buy a used car, so why not go somewhere you know lives by the Show Me State motto? The staff at Show Me wants to show you that Show Me spirit. Excellent service, affordable prices, and even loaners while you get your cars serviced. With 2 locations to serve you in Harrisonville and Belton, they will put you in your dream car, truck, or SUV, and if they don't have it, they'll find it for you. So drive on over to Show Me Auto Mall and drive away with your next car.
You know, I watched this last kickoff, Gary. Coach Lockett, special teams coordinator, you can tell he was watching, he's been watching what they're doing on the kickoffs, and when they were deep back, that's when he went with the onside kick, and then you watch him giving the signs on the sideline here. Looks like he's going to try to kick this one away. And here comes Johnson, little squib kick, picked up down at the 35 and stumbling, and again a nice hit on the far side, Colby Knowles. So 20-15 our score, 7:50 to go here in quarter number 3. Cats out in front, first time tonight, lead by 5. 14-10 still, Odessa over Pleasant Hill, and 28-7 Excelsior over Warrensburg. 3 wide receiver set, 2 to your left, 1 to your right. In motion they're going to go with Foster. They're going to hand off to Foster to get around the edge. He cuts it up and right into the teeth of the Wildcat defense for about 5 yards. And that was Nate Foster on the end around on that jet sweep, and I don't know why he cut back right there. They've had it to the outside and thought he was going to get a little bit more, I guess, and cut back. 7:25 to go here in the third. Cats lead 20-15. Now they're going to go 2 wide receivers each side. Shotgun formation with Hunter Jones. He's got Sanderson in the backfield with him. And they're going to fake the handoff Sanderson. They throw it out to Foster. Foster's going to have a first down and then some up to the 49-yard line.
Number 7 on the reception, Nate Foster.
Going to bring up a 1st and 10.
We apologize for 2 plays ago. Once again, we had technical difficulties. A reset on the mic.
So the ball up to the 49-yard line. So Oak Grove trying to answer the Cats back. Cats have scored 20 unanswered after it was 15-0 Oak Grove. Jones in the shotgun. And they're going to fake the handoff and then go up the middle for Sanderson on the fake the jet sweep, I should say. Brings up a 2nd down with 6:45 to go here in the third. Ball to the 47-yard line.
Loss of 1 yard. 2nd down and 11 for the Panthers. Their offensive unit. Ball between the scenes in their own territory.
Shotgun formation, Sanderson and Jones in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the left. They're going to go in motion. And look for Foster again out there. And they throw into the flats instead for Marsh. And Marsh is going to have another first down. 10-yard first down.
He'll be wrapped up by number 2, Brayton Tarwater, the junior defensive back, and number 36, Jacob Poisel, the junior linebacker for the Wildcats.
So going to be a first down for Oak Grove down to the Wildcat 41-yard line. So Oak Grove getting it their first yardage of the second half. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Panthers down to the Wildcat 41-yard line.
Going to be 1st and 10 on the pass reception to the far side. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Officials put the ball on the 41-yard line. And that's where Hunter Jones will take his squad to line.
So 1st and 10 down to the 41-yard line. 3 wide receivers set. They're going to go in motion from right to left. And up the middle with Marsh on the handoff. He's going to get about 3 or 4 and then be pushed back. So about the 38-yard line. Going to give him 3. So 2nd down and 7 coming up with 5:45 in the third. So 5:40 to go here, third quarter. Cats lead 20-15.
To the line goes Oak Grove. Again, Hunter Jones out of the pistol.
3 wide receivers to your right, 1 to your left. Jones looking to throw, throws it out in the flats for Marsh. Marsh tries to get to the outside, cuts back, gets to the 35, and is taken down at about the 34-yard line on the cutback.
Pass caught here on the near side. Brendan Marsh, he takes it inside.
Hagen Stevenson on the tackle.
Stop by number 48, Hagen Stevenson. Sophomore linebacker.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3 for Oak Grove here. So 3rd and 3 coming up for the Panthers. Be a big time. You got to figure it's 4-down territory probably here for Oak Grove. So get a stop or tackle for a loss and make 4th down be a iffy proposition for them. So 2 to the left, 2 to the right, shotgun formation. And they're going to throw a little quick hitter down to the 32-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it close to a 1st down. McKinney with the catch.
31-yard line. He'll be wrapped up by number 47, Zachary Cheney, and number 55, Christian Cooper. Also number 56,
definitely a favorable spot there. Look like it's enough for a 1st down again for the Panthers.
On the spot, that'll be 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers, 31-yard line.
There's the whistle, there's the arm, the clock will roll.
Jones going to bring his team to the line of screen. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right, shotgun formation. Marsh next to Jones in the backfield, going to go in motion. Hand off to Foster, and Foster going to get to the outside and down the sideline and tripped up after about 3 or 4 yards.
Number 7, Nate Foster. On the stop will be
20-10 Odessa over Pleasant Hill with 8 minutes to go, third quarter of that one. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Panthers. Good drive being put together by the Panthers here. Middle part of this third quarter. Under 4 to go now. Third quarter, 20-15 our score. Shotgun formation with Jones. Going to go in motion, fake the handoff, go up the middle with Marsh. And Marsh gets close to another 1st down and is going to get it and get pushed forward farther to the 15-yard line, all the way down to the 14. So they'll mark it down to the 14-yard line. Going to be another 1st down for the Panthers with 3:37 to go here in the third.
Brendan Marsh, the ball carried by down by Hooster Wildcats, right city downs for the Oak Grove Panthers. 1st and 10.
Miles Jennings checks out of the game.
14-yard line.
Under center here, ball at the 14-yard line for Oak Grove, looking to get back in the end zone and get back in the lead.
To the line, Hunter Jones.
Trail by 5 here. We had a whistle.
Arms are waved, the whistles are blown.
Timeout called by the Cats. So we got a timeout on the field. Does your vehicle need a timeout? Go see our friends at Young's Auto Repair and have them check your car out today. We'll be right back.
A strong starting lineup is a key to a great team. Insurance is no different, and Stafford & Stafford Insurance has the best lineup in town. With personal, commercial, health, life, farm, and crop insurance, they have you covered. 40-plus employees are there for you to find the best rates, walk you through claims, and make sure they are there for every step of the way. So if you're looking for a full-service insurance company with a strong starting lineup, go see the folks over at Stafford & Stafford Insurance on Commercial Street, across from Holland Auto Sales.
All right, 3:13 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Cat 15-yard line. Cats looking for a stop here. Last time Oak Grove was knocking on the door, Jaden Wilson came up with a huge play.
Here we go.
3 wide receivers, one side, one to the right. Throw it in the flat for Marsh, and he cuts back inside the 5, and he's into the end zone for 6. So 15-yard cutback, and it's 20-15. It makes it 21-20 with 3:05 to go in the third. So seesaw battle here in this one. Both teams threw some haymakers. Oak Grove was up 15-0. Cats come back with 20 unanswered, and now Oak Grove answers back with a touchdown of their own and take a 1-point lead. 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Jones in the shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to his left, 2 to the right. Going to go in motion, and they're going to hand it off on that jet sweep into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 23-20 to score. We'll take a timeout. Cats trail by 3.
You need multiple things for a project at home but don't want to go all over the city to find it? You need to go see Tom and Lonnie Cook at the 38,000 square foot Trade Fair Mall. Over 200 booths with Amish-made jelly, new and used furniture, antiques, toys, and a little bit of everything you can think of. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall can be your one-stop for everything. Whether it's your first time to Harrisonville or you've been here for years, the Trade Fair is definitely a see-it-to-believe-it type of place right across the street from Sutherland's.
All right, 3:05 to go here. Cats trail at 23-20. Well, I was going to give my good friend Jason Leary a shout out. I guess I just did until I got that last text from him. I was kind of worried because I hadn't heard from him in about a week and a half, making sure he's doing all right up there in the Northland. But he's still alive and kicking. I ought to get Jason's opinion on what the score tomorrow night will be for the Mizzou-Alabama game. So here we go. The kickoff set to come to the Cats. And a little squibber, and Brody Rogers says, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me, or however that old saying goes.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Right.
I think I said it backwards, actually. Anyway, he did the right thing.
Fell right on top of that one. Cats have the ball near midfield. Their own 45-yard line. You can tell two teams looking for a victory here, pulling out all the stops. We got challenging back-to-back onside kicks. 2 wide receivers set for the Cats. Out to the left side. Under center they go. Hand off, and Reynolds to the 40, to the 30.
He's going to get caught
20, all the way down to the 10-yard line. I almost broke out the "he gone," and I'm glad I didn't because he got chased down by Foster from the back. And it'll be a 11-yard line, still a nice gain of yardage there. 46 yards from the freshman down to the 11-yard line. And that is a Trophy's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Cats in business down to the 11. Wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right. Now Wilson back in there on 1st and 10 from the 11, and Wilson bounces to the outside, stays on his feet inside the 10 to about the 7. 4-yard gain by the senior. With 2:25 to go here in the third.
Number 9, Brennan Warwick on the stop.
So 2nd down and about 6. Jerry's excited about this game. He's like my walking scoreboard back there. Atkinson flanked out right side. Left side is Knowles. Under center. And here we go. Up the middle they go. Going to be close to a first down. Going to bring up 3rd and short.
Number 51, Garrett Hudspeth on the stop. Third down and 2.
So 3rd and 2 coming up for the Wildcats. 1:31 to go here in the third. Cats looking to regain the lead moments after they lost it. Here we go on 3rd and 2. And they're going to hand off for Wilson. Wilson stutter step inside move into the end zone for 6 points. Jaden Wilson, number 4, touchdown for the senior tonight. 3 on offense, 1 on defense. Jaden Wilson with the touchdown. That was a beautiful cutback in the middle of that line right there.
Well, and I wasn't going to say it. I wanted to say it beforehand. We have 2 100-yard rushers tonight. Wilson just went over the 100-yard mark with 101, and Reynolds has 111. So
it's 26-24 now. Pleasant Hill within 2 on the other game in the MRVC that we're keeping a close eye on. Cats go up by 4, 27-23 as the kick was good. Remember, your touch of your tires on the pavement shouldn't let you down. Go to Young's Tire and Wheel Center to check out your tires. And remember, for extra menu options for the whole family, make Forge by Fire your one stop for food at the Price Chopper Shopping Center.
Well, you got to like this. I mean, we hadn't scored in we were saying probably 10 quarters, and offense hadn't scored in maybe quite a bit more than that. And defense got them going at the end of the first half, and now we've scored 3 touchdowns, offensive touchdowns in the third quarter alone. So you got to like what we're seeing to take us into the fourth quarter and into next week.
You build it, you just roll with it and see what happens. So 1:15 to go here in the third. Cats regain the lead, 27-23. This kickoff brought to you by Harrisonville's only drive-through coffee shop, Brew Daddy's, next to Commerce Bank on Commercial.
Number 17, Brent Johnson to kick off. Brendan Warwick, Brody Armstrong, 9 and 12 respectively. Here's the kick.
A little squib kick down the side and almost taken down the sideline.
Number 6 with the return, Eric McKinney.
Excelsior beats Warrensburg 28-7 the final. And it's 26-24 Odessa over Pleasant Hill with less than a minute to go in the third.
He's going to get another piece of paper.
or flip it over. Here, Jerry, look, I got a whole plain piece of paper. So here we go with 1:12 to go. Here in the third, they're going to go in motion from left to right, and then they're going to counter back inside for Sanderson, and he's going to carry the pile 5, 6, 7 yards and make it a second and short.
Take it close to the 50-yard line. But down by number 56, Jacob Poisel, the lead tackler, the junior linebacker for the Wildcats. 8-yard gain of the play, second down and 2 coming up for the Panthers. They have it between the seams on the Cat at the 50.
The Cats need a strong stop here. They can get a stop. They're scoring offensive points now. I mean, there's only a 4-point differential, so, I mean, more than likely not going to have a tie unless we kick a field goal. But
here we go on try to go on that sweep again, and nothing doing there. Going to bring up a third down and 3.
Loss on the play, loss of a yard. Run down by a host of Cats, the lead tackler. Making his first stop tonight is the senior, C.J. Ketterly.
Looks like that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. So 3 quarters in the books. Cats lead 27-23. We'll be back after this.
What is your time worth? Think about it the next time you head to the city to spend hours and days shopping for home appliances and to save a few dollars. Instead, drive across town and see Erlene and her staff that's right here for your convenience. You can be in or out in a short amount of time with amazing service, a great product, and they always treat you like family. Located behind Hawthorne Bank on Plaza Drive, so spend all your extra time you saved cheering on the Wildcats, and remember, think Trobies first when you think of home appliances.
All right, 3 quarters in the books, 27-23 Cats with the lead, and a big third down coming up as we head to the fourth.
If we can get a stop here, don't know if they would want to, in the middle of the field, if they want a chance or they want to play field position. I mean, I really wouldn't want the way the Harrisonville offense has been playing. I wouldn't want to take a chance on going on a fourth down unless it's very, very short. So let's see what they dial up, and let's see if we can stop it. And
Actually, 3rd down and 3.
So they're going to go 3rd and 3, shotgun formation. They're going to go a little quick hitch out. And the Cats are right there to wrap it up and take them down. Not quite to midfield. They're going to lose a couple yards. Going to bring up 4th down and 5.
Brandon Marsh lost on the play. 4th down. Call it 4th and 5 for the Panthers.
So it looks like they're going to try to punt it away here, but you never know. In a game like this, both teams looking for a victory.
Back to receive for Brandon Marsh.
Back at their own 32-yard line. And it skips back to Marsh, and then he puts it right over the line, and Colby Knowles going to come up with it and get up to about the 25-yard line. Rhonda Owen was hoping for a kick return for a touchdown on our Sonic kick return contested. So now, you know, I don't know how many of you have ever seen the movie The Program. Good football movie made in the mid-'90s. It was about a football team that kind of resembled Florida State at the time, but that was just the colors that they played in. They're at a Heisman type of quarterback, and his saying was, let's go put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner, boys. So the Cats looking to put this one away here if they get a good long drive together, make it a 2-possession game. Wide receiver left, wide receiver to the right, under center. This time they're going to hand off to Wilson, and Wilson going to bounce to the outside to the 30, to the 35, and drag a defender for a first down, and that'll be a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. You know, I really probably should have looked back at the field to make sure they were going to give him a first down, and I think they're going to have for a first down. I think that's Jaden on the ground over there. Not sure what happened there, so another Cat down on the ground. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout.
What is your time worth? Think about it the next time you head to the city to spend hours and days shopping for home appliances and to save a few dollars. Instead, drive across town and see Erlene and her staff that's right here for your convenience. You can be in or out in a short amount of time with amazing service, a great product, and they always treat you like family. Located behind Hawthorne Bank on Plaza Drive, so spend all your extra time you saved cheering on the Wildcats. And remember, think Troby's first when you think of home appliances.
All right, it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Cats. Wilson helped off the field. He gets off the field under his own power. Maybe just tweaked his ankle a little bit trying to stretch it out. So it'll be Reynolds and Pesic in the backfield in that I formation. Under center is George on 1st and 10. And George going to look to pass it. He uncorks one for Kennedy Atkinson. Under it is Atkinson. He can't come in with it. Had it in his hands and bounces out. Kennedy mad at himself right there. He got up and was just frustrated.
Ball's incomplete.
He'll think about that one all night tonight. But, hey, they've all played good games, so you can't – that's just
one of the best balls I've seen out of George in the last 3 weeks. He just led him perfectly. So wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Percival replaces Atkinson. And here we go, up the middle they're going to go with Reynolds. And Reynolds scoots through a hole, gets about 5 or 6, going to bring up second. Jerry, I'm going to hand my microphone to Jerry. He needs to start. You might as well start texting me, Jerry. Jerry keeps handing this back and forth. He goes with this other score update. It's kind of funny. 10:20 to go here in the fourth. The Cats lead it 27-23. Knowles to the left, Percival to the right, I formation in the backfield. And they're going to hand off for Reynolds, and Reynolds gets into the secondary again, squirts through the line and gets 20. down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down. That'll be a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. 10 minutes to go here in the fourth. The Cats lead by 4.
Unofficially, that's 134 for him, and Wilson's got 112. Like we said, Wilson, those got all the scoring. I mean, 27 points for Wilson tonight. So
ball at the 40-yard line. Wide receiver to the left, wide receiver right. Atkinson back in here on the right side. I formation. Pesic and Reynolds. And a flag. Cats were looking to pass on that one. False start on the Cats. Pushing back 5 yards, back to the 45-yard line.
He just texted you, didn't he? I figured that was coming.
Jerry texted me, update. Odessa's up 34-31 in that game sometime in the fourth quarter. Now he's taking pictures. Now he's just getting fancy with it. Ball at the 45 of Oak Grove. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Here we go on 1st and 15. And this time they're going to hand off up the middle for Reynolds. Reynolds is going to get about 3 of it back.
Picks up about 3 yards, picks up second down. Number 66, Devin Allowine on the stop, making his first stop tonight.
So here we go. It'll be second down, about 13 for the Cats. Even if you don't get a score here, you're running valuable time off the clock, and you're winning the field position battle right now as you're already in Oak Grove. You're into positive territory, and if you have to punt it away, you can punt it deep. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right, second down and 13 coming up for the Cats. Looking to pass is George, and he completes the pass, and Atkinson atones for the drop, gets close to a first down. George to Atkinson, and Kennedy helped off the field there. Kind of hobbled off the field. Going to bring up a 3rd and short. I just laughed. Third and short for the Wildcats. We've been in short yardage situations several times tonight. 7:55 to go here in. Now you got to figure it's 4-down territory. You got it down to the 31, and you got 3rd and inches. Under center is George on 3rd down. And here they go. They're going to hand off for Reynolds, and he squirts through the first down to the 25-yard line. And that'll move the sticks, and that'll be a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Down to the 25.
Action remains here on the near side.
Cats putting together a good drive here. Reynolds checks out of the ball game. Looks like Wilson checks back in. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Pesic in front of Wilson, who checks back into the ball game. And the false start. Looked like people were moving before that one was snapped away. Yeah, that just means it's going to be a 30-yard Jaden Wilson touchdown instead of a 25-yard Jaden Wilson touchdown. 7:24 to go here in the fourth. The Cats with the lead, rolling the clock here. 1st and 15 coming up. George going to bring the play in.
Back to the 30-yard line. 7:17 and rolling left to play. Wildcats to the line. George under center, and here they go.
Knowles to the left, Percival to the right. I formation on 1st and 15. And they're going to hand it off this time to Pesic, and Pesic going to get close to the original line of scrimmage. Going to mark him down to the 32. Going to bring up second down and about 12. Well, I tried to be a prophet and call that one, but it didn't work, so. I got a whistle on the field.
You're right, though. The one thing that they are doing right now, as long as they do something with it, is burning good quality time off the clock that Oak Grove won't have. Now, we know that they can score in real quickly because they did it in 2 plays, but I think that was I'm hoping that was a fluke, so it would take them a while to get down the field. So,
wide receiver left, wide receiver to the right. And a whistle and another motion on the Cats. Cats are going quickly.
False start called on the Cats.
And that will be see where they move it back to. Be a second down at about 17. Back to the 32-yard line. 6:25 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Cats lead by 4.
Ball pushed back to the 32 here on the near side. George under center. Here they go again.
High formation for the Cats on second and long. There we go. George looking to pass. He's got Knowles. He's going to throw it up, throw it back, and Knowles goes up and grabs it down inside the 10 to about the 7. And the Wildcats in business, first and goal down to the 7-yard line.
In on the coverage, number 18, TJ Jet. The chains a move, and that'll be good enough for yet another Harrisonville Wildcat.
So the clock will roll, and that is at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. By the time it's all said and done, I'm going to have a house full of Troby's Maytag appliances. I've got a microwave. I have a washer and dryer, my second washer and dryer. Been looking at a portable dishwasher as well. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Under center is George, and here we go on first and 10 and squirt up the middle into the end zone for 6. Jaden Wilson, his 5th touchdown of the night, 4th on the ground, and the Wildcats lead it 33-23.
What a way to have a senior night.
Absolutely.
Jaden Wilson's 5th touchdown tonight.
33-23, Cats up by 10, and it is a 2-point convert, or it is a 2-possession game, excuse me, with 5:38 to go. Kick is up.
Kick is up.
Kick by Mr. Johnson is good. The touch of your tires on the pavement shouldn't let you down. Go to Young's Tire and Center to have them check out your tires, and for extra options on the menu, go see our friends at Forge by Fire in the Price Chopper Shopping Center.
You know, all they needed was a spark, and you've seen it from 55 seconds left in the second quarter to 5 minutes and 38 seconds in the fourth quarter. They have scored a total of 5 touchdowns, 4 offensive touchdowns. They haven't scored in 2.5 games, almost 3 games on offense. So I think we've been looking for that spark. We've been waiting for that to happen. Finally it did. Excited about not only the rest of this game, but next week and going into the districts and stuff like that, see what can happen. And excited for more importantly for the young men on the sidelines.
Absolutely. Give them a little bit of confidence going into next week against what could be an undefeated and #1 team in Class 3 in the state of Missouri.
Here's the kick.
Little squib kick, and the Cats are going to cover that one. Got to go 10 yards, boys, but nevertheless, they were.
So the onside kick only goes 6 yards.
So it will be Oak Grove ball on a short field.
So the Panthers are going to take over.
So it'll be
With 5:38 left to play in the contest.
Oak Grove ball at the 46 of the Cats with 5:38 to go, and the Cats with an 11-point lead. Shotgun for Jones. Has Marsh next to him in the backfield. Here we go on first and 10. They look to throw it over the middle. Pop in and out of the hands of the receiver Foster. Brings up second and 10.
The senior defensive back, Kaysen Rowe.
So 5:34 to go.
Number 7, Nate Foster was intended receiver.
34-23.
Ball back to the 46.
That kickoff was brought to you by Harrisonville's only drive-through coffee shop, Brew Daddy's, next to Commerce on Commercial. 5:34 to go here in the fourth. Cats lead by 11. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. Marsh back there with Jones. Going to throw a little quick hitter out for Foster, and Foster is going to try to do the rest with it. He gets a first down and drugged down in the secondary.
Kaysen Rowe and number 56, Jacob Poisel.
So a first down.
Change move, 1st and 10.
Brings up a first down and 10 for Oak Grove down to the 31-yard line, 5:27. I don't think the clock's moved in a while. There it goes rolling. 3 wide receivers out to your right side, 1 to your left now. Shotgun formation going to go in motion from right to left. Inside handoff.
Good tackle.
And good open field tackle right at the line. Brings up a second down. Hagen Stevenson with the tackle. Brings up a second down and 10. Going to mark him right at the sticks. CJ Kitterly checking in the ball game. Checking out is Miles Jennings. And a little quick hitter on the far side again. And a good open field tackle close to the sticks. Out of bounds they go on the far side with 4:43 to go.
Number 10, that was Aiden Armstrong. On the stop, number 47, Zachary Cheney. Number 55, Christian.
So they're going to mark him short, going to bring 3rd and a yard.
So, from the 22-yard line on the far side, 3rd down and 1. 4:43 to play. Panthers to the line. Hunter Jones out of the pistol. And here go the Panthers.
So Jones going to be in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers out to his left, 1 to his right. They like to go in motion when they have those 3. And instead they're going to go right up the middle with Marsh, and he's going to have a first down to the 20-yard line with 4:37 to go. Clocks will stop momentarily. 34-23, Cats with the lead.
24, Joey Lewis. On the stop, number 75, C.J. Ketterly, a senior defensive lineman. So there's your signal. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball the 20-yard line.
Checking in and checking out. Rolling players in, rolling players out here are the Wildcats. And a timeout called by Harrisonville with 4:26 to go in the ball game. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back after this.
Decisions on the football field must be made in a split second. When buying a home, it is quite the opposite. Let Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage walk you through the process with ease. They will make sure buying your dream home doesn't become a nightmare. From the first showing until the keys are in your hand, go with the realtors that have called Harrisonville home since 1981. American Heritage Realtors, office located next to Sonic on Commercial, or go see them at americanheritage-realtors.com.
Welcome back to Harrisonville. 4:26 to go in this one. Cats lead at 34-23. Need a stop here. You'd like to see them get a stop, turnover on down, something like that deep down in the territory. If they score, then you just want to put it away with some runs and a couple first downs. Shotgun formation for Jones. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to Saunderson back there, and Sanderson with him back. No, it is Marsh in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right, and waiting the officials to roll things here. Play clock was rolled down, but now it starts here. On 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Panthers, and they're going to kick it out into the middle, or back into the middle. He tries to go, I should say, after the little quick hitter to the outside was Foster. Cut back towards the middle of the field. 4:10 to go here. Clock will roll.
Pass go, number 7, Nate Foster. So brings up second down and 5 as the ball's to the 15-yard line.
Kerry Matthew at home watching the game. 2nd down and 5 coming up. 2 to the left, to the right. They're going to go over the middle into that could be a fumble. Call it an incomplete pass, and Foster looked like he took a couple.
I would argue that because he took a couple of steps before he got hit. That was an excellent hit, though.
Carson Crowley lit his fire on Foster, and Foster going to come off under his own power, but probably nursing those ribs a little bit. 5 minutes to go in the 4th. It's 40-31. Odessa up in that one. So 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Bulldogs. 3:49 to go. And they're going to throw it out in the flats again. 1st down and out of bounds. Down inside the 10. No 1st and goal coming up with 3:44 to go.
That was number 2, Brendan Marsh. So the chains are going to move for Oak Grove. They're going to have it first and goal to go. Ball at the 9-yard line on the far side. 3:44 to play.
So 3:44 to go here in the fourth. It's an 11-point ball game. You got to think Oak Grove may go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. They're going to go in motion from right to left. Look to throw it in the flats, and they get it down to the 5. And a good open field tackle on the near side by the Wildcats.
That's TJ Jackson. He'll be wrapped up immediately by number 2.
Tarwater.
Brayden Tarwater. Second and goal from the 5. This time from the near side.
So 2nd and goal. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. 3:20 to go here in the fourth. Little quick hitter to the outside and nowhere to go. Loses a couple yards. Another open field tackle by Tarwater. And it's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Back at about the 7-yard line.
3rd and goal to go.
Just want to keep that clock moving now.
3:05 to go. Clock is becoming quickly the enemy of the Panthers. Down 11. Shotgun formation for Jones. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. They're going to go in motion. And they're going to go inside handoff. And down to the 3-yard line by Sanderson. And it'll bring up 4th down, and a timeout going to be called by Oak Grove. Does your vehicle need a timeout? Go see our friends at Young's Tire and Wheel Center and Young's Auto to have them check out your vehicle. We'll be right back.
No matter how many things you've had on the menu at Applebee's, everyone has their favorite. Whether it's an appetizer sampler, chicken fajita roll-up, or 3-cheese chicken penne with a side of buffalo sauce, you always go back to your favorite. At some point over the years, every Wildcat has had a meal at Applebee's. The next time you head to Applebee's in your Wildcat gear, mention the Wildcat Special and receive a 10% discount. Applebee's of Harrisonville on Rockhaven Road, catty corner to Quick Trip.
All right, big 4th down coming up. If Oak Grove wants to have any chance of a comeback here late 4th quarter, they have got to get this in the end zone. If not, the Cats are going to have the ball deep in their own territory with under 3 minutes to go in the ball game and an 11-point lead.
Both sides have talked it over.
So 4th down coming up.
And Foster's really been their big guy, and he's not back. Well, he is back in there. No, that's not him on the spread out to the right. So
going to go shotgun formation here with Jones, and Jones going to look to pass, throw it in the flats, and broken up, incomplete. To be a pass interference. Going to call that on Cheney, I believe. Went over the back on that one.
That came from the back, Judge. That didn't come from the.
They're going to get another shot at it. That's not an automatic 1st down, though. Is it? I
don't think so.
So it'll be half a distance.
They're ruling this pass interference.
That means he disagrees when he says the ruling.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jerry said something behind me that was funny, and I.
So it'll be 1st and goal. So they will give them a 1st down on that. So 1st and goal from about the 1.5-yard line. We got a whistle and a timeout called by Harrisonville with 2:41 to go. So 2:41 to go here, 4th quarter. Cats lead by 11. And we have an 11-point lead. They're going to have, well, now it says 4th down again. So they've changed it to 4th down. So I don't know. So now it shows 4th down over there on the side from about the 1-yard line. Is it on the 1 or the 2? I believe it's marked at the 2. So we'll see when we come out. On the scoreboard, it shows 1st and goal from the 3. So we will see what happens. There's 2:41 left in this one. If Oak Grove can get in the end zone, they've got a shot. They will have to onside kick probably in this situation. Only one timeout left, so they're not going to really be able to stop the clock much to end this ball game. So 2:41 to go. Here comes.
And the wideout just came over and said, referee came over and told the bench that it is 4th down. So
it is a 4th down. Oak Grove has got to score here. The Cats will take over.
To the line.
And they're going to hand off into the end zone for 6.
Touchdown.
Not much resistance on that one as he had a big hole on that side. And I was just getting ready to say, if they didn't score there, if I was Harrisonville, I may have thought about just taking a safety and then kicking away because you're still up by 9, which would still be a 2-possession game. But no need to talk about that because now Oak Grove probably going to go for 2 here, down by 5 with 2:37 to go. Try to make it a 3-point game. And, you know, I saw after that onside kick, I saw when they got to the sideline, Coach Lockett was talking to the kicker, Johnson, and I think they may have had a miscommunication there. I'm not sure that he wanted him to go onside there. And here go the Cats trying to break it up, and interception in the end zone by the Wildcats, and that is Brandon Tarwater. It's a 5-point game with 2:37 to go. We'll take a timeout.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Service has been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat. With this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud sponsors of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
All right, 2:37 to go. Cats with the lead, a 5-point lead. Oak Grove set to kick it off, and you know the onside kick is coming.
Yeah, so we'll have our hands group out there. Hopefully they'll, be able to recover it. Once we recover the kick, though, if we go 3 straight downs, they've got 1 timeout, and then we'll have 2 without their timeouts. So around 1:30, 1:20 to 1:30 is when they would get it back, depending on the type of plays we run. And so then we would punt, I would venture to say, especially if we're deep at all. So
Hands team is out there, and here comes a little pooch kick picked up by Reynolds, and he goes down with it immediately at the 40.
So it'll be 1st and 10, number 25 was Jace Reynolds.
Well, worst case scenario, you got to figure they can stop it once.
And then 25-second clock twice. You're looking at 30 seconds. You're looking at a minute. So I'm saying 1:30 at the worst.
I'd say closer to maybe a minute even. So
once we start to get to that 4th down, then it probably would.
And I look at the other way. Let's just get a 1st down and get on out of here. As Roy D. Mercer, you say, get on out here. 2:36 to go, 34-29. Cats with the lead.
To the line.
I formation, wide receiver left, wide receiver right, under center is George. On 1st and 10. They're going to hand off for Wilson, and Wilson gets maybe a yard. Quick timeout called, 2:29. Oh, they are not going to call a timeout. I thought they showed timeout called. Somebody called a timeout, but now I didn't ever see the officials balance it. 2:26 to go. We have a timeout on the field, so that was the last timeout. It looks like Oak Grove called that one. So neither team has a timeout left. So 2:26 to go. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Wildcats. You don't have the option on the counter with the I formation with a back off the end like you've had in the past. Would be a good time to maybe change it up a little bit. But with 2:26 to go, 34-29, Cats with a 5-point advantage. trying to salt this one away. Oak Grove trying to get the ball back for one last gasp. Down by 5. Wide receiver to the left or wide receiver to the right in the I formation are the Cats. George going to hand off for Wilson. Little stutter step and works his way up to about the 43-yard line. Odessa, a couple of quick touchdowns. They're up 48-31 now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They're calling a timeout, but they didn't have any timeouts left.
Oak Grove calls another timeout.
Well, it showed no timeouts up on the clock, so
we offer everything from
third down coming up. So Cats would love to get a first down here and just make it all academic, but it is a third down coming up.
Well, I want them to get them to first down because I've got something I want to say that I haven't been able to say for a while.
I don't
and Jerry, who's the producer of all this, is going, what's he going to say? So hopefully they'll get a first down and I'll be able to say it. And I promise I won't embarrass you too much, Jerry.
I'll apologize to all our sponsors right now. Third down and 7 coming up. Pesic and Wilson in the backfield. Pesic in front of Wilson in the I. 2 wide receivers left side on third down and 7. And they're going to hand it off for Wilson. And Wilson's got some running room to the 40, to the 30, to the house. The 6-pack for Jaden Wilson tonight. 40-29 the score.
Now can I say it?
You can say it.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. An old Dandy Don from Monday Night Football, if I recall.
Yes.
Dandy Don Meredith.
The senior 6-pack for Jaden Wilson tonight. And the last one was a big one, 50-plus yards. And the Wildcats are going to take a 41-29 lead with 2:05 to go in the ball game. And nothing fancy on that. He just found a seam up the middle and took it to the house. I love to see it. So 2:05 to go, 41-29. Cats in control, up by 12. I would venture to guess we're not going to see an onside kick here. But I've seen crazier things. My good friend Jason Leary, I asked him for his update for his prediction for tomorrow night. And he gave me, this is crazy. Jason is usually, sometimes when it comes to the Tigers, a little bit more negative than me. He says 42-31 Bama over Missouri. I'll take that all week long if I was the Tigers. Now, I'm not into moral victories or participation trophies, as we all know.
And you're not going to bet on that, are you?
No way. I would not. It's a 28-point line. They're a 28-point underdog. There's nothing good that could come out of that. No money on that one. Wait for the kick. Little squib kick taken up at about the 40-yard line.
Short kick, number 87, the 39-yard line. 87, Cameron Keith, the junior. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
So 1st and 10, Panthers from their own 40, so it's not quite done.
But I stand by what I said.
You turned out the lights and you're ready to go, but we still got 2:04 to play in this one. Somebody.
Yeah, somebody's car's alarm's going off.
Well, at least the wind's not heavy tonight and blowing really hard.
That is true.
1st and 10 from the 40. 2 wide receivers left to the right. Shotgun formation. They're going to go in motion from left to right. Look to throw it in the flat. They find him in the flat to the 50. Down the sideline to the 45. Taken out of bounds by Zachary Chainer on the far sideline. Up to the 45-yard line of the Cats. 1:57 to go. Got out of bounds, and the clock will stop. 2 wide receivers left to the right. Sanderson next to Jones in the backfield. Going to go in motion now from right to left. Little quick hitter out into the flats. Marsh has got it down to the 32-yard line, taken down by Tarwater. with 150 to go. You know, and this is almost if they get in the end zone, that's great, but they would not be able to stop the clock anymore, and you just got to get the onside kick. They go out of bounds at about the 31 with 1:41 to go. 41-29 the score. Cats with the advantage.
Hope Foster, their receiver running back that got hit just a few minutes ago, hope he's doing fine. He hadn't been back in the ball game. I'm sure he's going to be feeling that hit for several days. Hopefully nothing serious.
So a second down coming up. 3 wide receivers are going to go trips out, and they're going to go right to left in motion with Marsh. And then they're going to throw it out in the flats and through the fingertips and out of bounds it rolls. Pitzer was the intended target. 3rd down coming up now. So 3rd and 9 coming up. So it looks like Odessa pulled out the win there to stay undefeated. And that means that Pleasant Hill is going to become a Harrisonville Wildcat fan next week. Probably something they don't do very often. 3rd down and 9, especially some people. Roll out, Jones to pass, and he chucks it to the sideline incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down for Oak Grove. So 4th down coming up.
4th down, 9 Oak Grove. 1:32 left to play.
So 1:32 to go here in the ball game. 41-29, Cats with the lead. Pretty easy to come up with a max effort player of the game today.
I don't know who it would be. There's only one person written all down here in the team scoring in my book. So
the senior 6-pack, I'm going to call it tonight for Jaden Wilson. 1:32 to go. Looking to throw it out to Marsh in the flats, and he's going to go to the sideline and try to cut back and dive to the first down. Not going to have it.
On the far side, that's number 2.
And the Cats get to roll into victory formation, Gary, something we haven't done since week number 3. And the Cats are going to move to 2-6 on the year with a date with the number 1 team in Class 3 in the state of Missouri and the first place team in the MRVC West, the Odessa Bulldogs, awaiting in Odessa next Friday night. So 1:24 to go in this one, 41-29. Cats with the advantage.
Wildcats coming out to the 25. 1st and 10. 1-2-4 to play.
So 1st and 10 for the Cats.
Under center.
Victory formation being shown by the Wildcats.
Victory formation with the knee.
So the first knee, Cats will have to take a couple more here.
It's now 41-38, 2:07 left to play. Roosters.
41-38 the score now. Odessa, that game is not over, so still 2 minutes to go in the ball game. That's like the never-ending game over there. So 1 minute to go, 18 seconds on the play clock. Lane and George in no hurry whatsoever. Do not blame them. Going to have to snap it at least one more time. To do it. Harrisonville comes back from 15-9. Join us in just a moment for our postgame show brought to you by our postgame headquarters, Forged by Fire.
Drive-through coffee shop. Quick, convenient, and delicious is exactly what Brew Daddy's is for you. Opening at 6 a.m. and staying open all afternoon on Fridays to give you that caffeine boost before the game. Brew Daddy's Coffee right next to Commerce Bank on Commercial.
When you climb in your vehicle with your kids and head to the Wildcat game, you want to be safe. Make sure your tires are safe by visiting William and Michelle's at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You might not need them today. William can give you a peace of mind by letting you know when you will. If tires are needed, they will get you the best tire on the market and Harrisonville's best tire warranty with free flat repair for life of the tire. So stay safe with new tires from Young's Tire and Wheel Center.
in the South Cass Tribune, Harrisonville's home news source.
When you live in a small town, you need someone you can trust to buy a used car from. Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales is that guy. Selling cars in Harrisonville for 35 years gains you that trust. Used car dealers can come and go, but not Steve. Holland Auto Sales, with 3 generations of Hollands graduating from Harrisonville, means he will be here for years to come. So go see the guy who the Grammer family trusts to buy from, Steve Holland with Holland Auto Sales on Commercial Street, just past Burger King.
A strong starting lineup is a key to a great team. Insurance is no different, and Stafford & Stafford Insurance has the best lineup in town. With personal, commercial, health, life, farm, and crop insurance, they have you covered. 40-plus employees are there for you to find the best rates, walk you through claims, and make sure they are there for every step of the way. So if you're looking for a full-service insurance company with a strong starting lineup, go see the folks over at Stafford & Stafford Insurance on Commercial Street, across from Holland Auto Sales. Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Service has been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat. With this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud sponsors of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
It's happened to all of us. Our printer out of ink and need an important document printed. In Harrisonville, that can spell disaster. Not any longer, though. Kaleidoscope Digital Services has you covered with inexpensive printing services. No more trips to the city just to get a copy made. And that's not all. Computer on the fritz, they'll take a look. Wi-Fi needed for workspace, and even starting a local gaming community, plus new board games to try. Head up to the historic Harrisonville Square and check out Kaleidoscope Digital Services on the corner of Wall and Independence Street.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to victorious Harrisonville, Missouri. Your Wildcats win at 41-29. First victory since week 3 of the season. Cats get back on the victory track, and I'll tell you, it was a story of kind of 2 games. Cats, it looked like same old, same old. It's been happening all year long. They fell behind 15-0. Oak Grove knocking on the door. Senior Jaden Wilson comes up huge, 100-yard pick 6. Makes it a 15-6 ball game, and then right after that, the Cats got another turnover before halftime, and then they go with the onside kick after halftime, go down and score, and it was the Jaden Wilson show in the second half. The senior, I'll call it the senior six-pack tonight. 6 touchdowns, 5 of them offensively, 1 defensively. I'll let Gary go over the final numbers for him, but obviously our max effort player of the game tonight, Jaden Wilson, who was the star on senior night. You like to see your senior step up in big games. He did it tonight for the Wildcats to get him the win. And it is our post-game show brought to you by our good friends at Forged by Fire. Your post-game headquarters, head over to Forged by Fire now for some Friday night trivia. Gary.
Well, you're right. It was the Wilson night. I tell you what, starting with 55 seconds left in the second quarter is when he made his first debut into this game, and that was, or the major debut, and that was with a 100-yard pick 6 that he had, and that was with 55 seconds left in the second quarter. Then scoring, I'm going to do the scoring first, that way you can kind of tell what he did. And these are all Wilson touchdown runs. In the third, 10:58 left, 27-yard TD run, made it 14 to, I think, 15 at the time. And then at the 7:54 mark in the third, Wilson had a 27-yard TD run. At 1:15 left in the third, Wilson had a 3-yard TD run. At 5:38 in the left in the fourth, he had a 7-yard TD run. And then he capped it off with turn out the lights, the party's over, which I requested, and he delivered for me. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the fourth with no timeouts left with Oak Grove with a 57-yard TD run, making the score 41-29 Harrisonville. He ended up at the end of the game unofficially 21 carries, 179 yards. But not much of a shabby night for Reynolds as well, because he ended up with 17 carries, 145 yards. We had our 200-yard rushers, which has always been good for us. I mean, when that happens. And then bringing up after that was in his first real game that he spent a lot of time in the backfield, that was Josh Pescick. Josh Pesic, and he ended up 3 carries and 28 yards. We ended up with a total of 390 yards, almost 400, but that didn't include the 100-yard interception, pick 6, and it also didn't include about 60 or 70 yards of return yardage we had. So, but total offense 390, not too bad, and it was just about even as far as time of possession for the two teams. They had 331, and they had it about 22 minutes. So,
well, I'm not going to harp on any negatives tonight. The things I'm going to harp on the positives that I saw tonight. I saw a fight in a team that was down 15-0 and could have gone in, sulked, said, oh, here we go again, been down 20-plus at halftime. Wilson steps up huge, gets the interception, and that really changed the ball game. I mean, the rest of the game was all really, I mean, you felt like it was all Harrisonville. I know Oak Grove momentarily took the lead back, but Harrisonville answered right back after that with a steady drive and another touchdown to take the lead. They never relinquished after that. They made it a 4-point game and then an 11-point game, and then they took care of business, and I like to see that. And I'm one of those that you're playing with house money next week. You got the number 1 team in Class 3 in the state. Everybody's got this mantra that, oh, well, Harrisonville's down, we're going to roll in, and all we got to do is roll the football out there next week, and we're going to beat the Wildcats. You're playing with house money. Go have fun again next week and see what happens.
Well, and we're coming off a very confident win. So I wouldn't take Harrisonville for granted next week, because I think we're coming off with a lot of positives. This game, a lot of things. It's the one just occasionally you just need that one spark. We talked about it. You need one spark. You get that. And Katie bar the door. It was the rest Harrisonville. We scored 5 touchdowns in the second half offensively, something we hadn't done for a long time. And so you got to be excited about the team that we knew we had. It was when was it going to come about. And we only had 1 fumble. Now, that was when we were on the 1-yard line, but we only had 1 turnover when we've been having, 4, 5, 6 turnovers a game. So, I mean, you got to be happy with the way we played and the way we finally came back from being 15 down to winning 41-29.
So they get a victory. They go to 2-6 on the year. They got Odessa next week, and then we will find out after that game next Friday night, win, lose, or draw, who we will play the next Friday and where that will be. Obviously, it'll probably be on the road. They're sitting at the 8 or 7 seed right now, so it'll probably be on the road, but we don't know where. It could anywhere from Warrensburg down to Van Horn up in the city. So a lot to still be determined. They get a victory. They're 2-6 on the year. We will go ahead and shut things down here for Mr. Forschler behind me, for Ron Allschlager in front of me, for Gary Davidson. I'm Chad Grammer saying good night from Harrisonville. We'll see you next Friday from Odessa.